We're at the Pioneer High School Gymnasium for the Sonoma County Classic Finals. And first up tonight, we've got the third place game between the Mount Eden Monarchs, a team that made it to the championship last year. They'll be taking on the Cardinal Newman Cardinals. Hello, everyone. I'm Dave Cox along with Troy Stevenson. And great matchup here. Both these teams had hoped to make it to the championship game. Fell a little bit short. You know they want to get out of here with a 2-1 record and get a little momentum going into their league play.
This is a big bounce back game for both of these teams. They battled last night, and it's really who can get the energy going early for, like you say, to walk out with 2 wins.
Guy who had a good game last night for Cardinal Newman was Mason Friesch. He's a guy that can do a lot of things, and they'll have to get a big game from him tonight in context of team play.
I'm a big fan of this guy, Mason Friesch. There you see him knocking down the 3 right there. He'll get this skill, and he'll be in the get-up club and throw it down 2-hand. Also, we'll be able to see him get the pass here, and Trevor Smith leading him. What a nice dime that is.
Yeah, so I really think when he's at his best is when he's involving his teammates, but he's a guy that can get up and down the floor for shoot. Now, the problem for Cardinal Newman tonight is how do you stop Esa Pole, the big man from Mount Eden? He is a big guy. He had a double-double last night, and he's a force to be reckoned with down low.
We saw him last year in the championship game versus Los Lomos, and he was a big contributor, and now he's a senior, and he's getting it done 12-12. Big game for him tonight.
No doubt about it. He is a big guy that can get things done. So this should be an interesting matchup. An East Bay team against a North Bay team. It's the Mount Eden Monarchs taking on the Cardinal Newman Cardinals in the third place game from the Sonoma County Classic Championship. And it's coming up next here on YSN365.com.
When you come to Oil Stop, we'll serve you and your passengers with a complimentary beverage. Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, coffee, tea, hot chocolate, hot cider, or even a bottle of cold, refreshing water. Want to check your emails, surf the web, or get some work done when you're in for service? Use our high-speed Wi-Fi. It's free. We'll also provide a free car wash with your oil change so your car looks as good as it runs. How convenient is that? Oil Stop, we're here to serve you.
Are you searching for a great high school experience? Cardinal Newman is the only Catholic college preparatory high school in Santa Rosa. Be a part of a community where you will be known and supported during these key years of growth. Be a part of a fun and positive student body who embraces challenge and responsibility through faith, academics, service, visual and performing arts, and competition. Learn how to apply at cardinalnewman.org.
For over 80 years, George Peterson Insurance has been protecting our community, helping businesses and individuals get the right coverage for their needs. We are proud to expand our presence to Marin County with the Minto and Wilkie and Allen, Bettini and Carter agencies located in San Rafael. We are excited for the opportunity to continue to grow our personal and employer resources and services in the North Bay. We are still committed to this promise to all Northern California.
We've got your back. George Peterson Insurance.
For AAU basketball at its best, it's Express Basketball Club, the place for young players to learn the fundamentals and advanced skills for high school and beyond.
And we are just about ready for the start of this one. The teams are getting ready to get things going right now at the Pioneer High School Gymnasium, the house that Mike Gaddy built. And we're going to take a look at the starting lineups there as Newman. Chauncey LeBerthan is in tonight. Marcus Vidari is out. He was shaken up a little bit last night. Here's Mount Eden, Walker, Duran, Montgomery, and then, of course, we talked about Esa Pole. And we are underway here at the Pioneer High School Gymnasium. Mount Eden, the Monarchs from the Fremont area and the West Alameda County League, they battle against the likes of Bishop O'Dowd year in and year out. This is Aaron Duran, good player for them, does a lot of things for the Monarch squad. And right away you can see they're looking for Pole down low. Their leading scorer is Jamani Walker. He's wearing number 3 right now. He's put on the post. Drive by Duran off the mark, and there's Trevor Smith with a rebound for Newman.
Newman came out as expected in man-to-man defense, good energy, got hung up right there on a little dribble drive action. Got to do a better job talking and switching right away.
Mason Friesch is fouled. Here's Coach Tom Bonfili. He's been at it a long time, 38 years to be exact, 783 wins at the helm. And there is Brandon Parks, who is filling in for Aaron O'Brien, who had a heart attack recently. We wish him well and hope that he makes a speedy recovery. There's Mason Freesh off the front iron. Esapole has an offensive, or a defensive rebound, I should say, and picking up right where he left off last night after that double-double. There's Vinyata Fudge off the mark. Battle for the rebound won by Chauncey LeBerthan. I think the Cardinals really missed Chauncey last night. He was shaken up in their first round game and couldn't play last night. Mount Eden comes away with the rebound. Jason Montgomery Jr., he is a sophomore now. It's Kamani Walker. Here's JJ, they like to call him. We're going to expect a lot from him in the next couple of years. Tough league they're in that West Alameda County League. Walker off the mark, offensive board. Fudge, no good. There's LeBerthan with the rebound. Talked about it last night. Brandon Parks used to coach at San Lorenzo, that is in that same league, and actually won league there before moving on to Chabot College. Now back at the high school level, and there's the shot by Capurro off the mark. Nice rebound by Walker. Both teams trying to settling in here a little bit offensively. We're 2 minutes in, and we haven't seen a basket yet.
Both teams had dogfights last night, and they're just trying to get the rust off and getting their flow. Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if Newman was a little worn out after that track meet they were involved in with Santa Rosa last night.
And Coach Bonfili sees it and calls a set play. Smart move.
There's Capurro, and that's a three. The big man, Nate Capurro, steps out and shows that he can stick it from beyond the arc, and Newman takes the lead, and a traveling call that goes against Mount Eden.
Coach Bonfili's been around the block a while, lets his team kind of play, kind of ease into it, says, all right, it's a little sloppy, let's get a set play, and a nice three for Capurro right there.
So our referees, TJ Murphy and Mark Sims, wearing the stripes and blowing the whistles tonight. There's Mason Freesh left side, guarded by Walker. That's a matchup to watch all night long. Capurro takes it down low. I think Newman has a bit of an advantage when both Trevor Smith and Nate Capurro are in the game, because really Mount Eden doesn't have a second big to really match up. They have Fudge down there, but he's a smaller forward, and Trevor Smith, despite not being a huge guy, he plays like a bigger man.
Having that second big guy is a definite advantage on defense right now. We're seeing Freese passing it up to Capurro on that set play, and nice three from the lefty.
Montgomery picked up his second personal foul as Brad Slender goes to the free throw line. And you see JJ's going to have to take a seat with the two personal fouls. Slender will try to make it a 5-0 lead for Newman. And it's good.
Newman showing a little press right here, trying to pick up the momentum a little bit.
And they get it across. Mount Eden gets it to Walker. Finds the trailer that time, and it drops. Nice job to find Willie Veazey, who was slashing behind Walker. And he got the feed and the basket to get Mount Eden on the board. Backdoor cut, Mason Freesh to the rack. Nice pass from Capurro, and Newman leads by 5.
Great execution by the Newman Cardinals right there. Nice little backdoor with the Mount Eden overplaying. Freesh gets the easy layup.
There's Walker from the outside, no good. Trevor Smith has the rebound. Championship game will be coming up following this one. That'll be Piner and Santa Rosa. Those teams haven't won this in a long time. Santa Rosa even longer. You go to 86-87 the last time the Panthers won this tournament. 2004 the last time Piner won it. Piner had a string of 5 straight in the 90s. And that's a turnover as Mount Eden got a little bit ahead of themselves that time trying to run the fast break. 7-2 lead for Newman.
That's why I always like hanging out with you, Dave. While driving over here, I was trying to dig through my long-term memory, trying to figure out when the last time the Panthers won this tournament. 86.
86-87. They won it back-to-back under Pat Ryan. That is a long, dry spell. I don't know if you could call last night's win over Newman the biggest win in program history, because they've had some bigger games along the way, but probably in recent memory. They had that big win over Montgomery a couple years ago. That was a good one. We covered that. And there's a tie-up call. The possession arrow favors Cardinal Newman.
Good job by Freesh right there in the transition, getting his hand on the ball. Possession arrow was going back to Newman, and That's what they needed right now, get it stop, and they did it.
LeBerthan across, finds Smith. He got a little too far underneath. Back, oh, what a pass by Frisch behind the back. And LeBerthan lays it in. Little Pete Maravich action right there, and there's the turnover by Mount Eden. What they always say about Pete Maravich, it's not when he's looking at you you have to worry about the pass, it's when he's not looking at you. And there's Trevor Smith with a nice little fadeaway jumper.
Nice move by Smith right there. This press is giving Mount Eden a little trouble. Let's see if Coach Parker calls a timeout. He's gonna let him play.
Fudge hits a big three. Kenyatta Fudge, nice to have the forward that can step out, and sure enough, Brandon Parks is gonna take a timeout right there. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
Right here, we're going to see Newman's press. They're able to kind of, oh wait, this is actually the
That's
the
Fudge.
three. Excuse me. Yeah, the bucket right there. Coach Parker calling timeout, probably just going over the press break, everyone's role, position, try to beat it with the pass. Remind them they got 10 seconds, or 9 technically, before the turnover, so just playing with some confidence.
There you see how we've arrived at this one. Newman lost to Santa Rosa 72-67, and Mount Eden 58-46, trailing Piner. Las Lomas won the consolation bracket earlier today, and Drake the 7th place game over LC Allen. 11-5, Newman by 6, under 3 to play here in this first quarter.
Mount Eden picking up full court press and then jumping once after half court.
I think a lot of teams, after seeing what Santa Rosa was able to do to Newman last night, will be trapping Newman a lot, because that was very effective. Got them into a little bit out of their rhythm, got them playing at a little faster pace than I think they're likely to play in league play most of the time, and what they would like to play. There's Frisch with a second opportunity, both shots off the mark. Anthony Roman had an offensive board, and now the rebound goes to Kenyatta Fudge. So Mount Eden with a chance to chip away, trailing by 6. I think a lot of teams were taking notes last night as that game began to unravel on Newman in the second half. Santa Rosa led by as many as 12 points at one time. Esapole underneath gives it up to Fudge.
Yep, that's what all the coaches are doing when they're scouting, trying to figure out, hey, what worked, as we see a nice little layup there for De La Cruz.
Aaron De La Cruz putting that one through nicely. Mount Eden now only trails by 4. LeBerthan almost lost the handle, gathers it back in. Now it's Brad Slender up top. Mason Frisch on the right wing. Finds LeBerthan cutting to the basket. Battle for the ball and a tie-up. Mount Eden will have the possession arrow this time. Hope you're enjoying our coverage here of the Sonoma County Classic. We had last night's semifinals for you, and tonight the 3rd place and the championship game. Kind of a little Christmas, New Year's present to you from YSN365.com. Getting there. We've got a lot of equipment we've accumulated over the years. It's taken us 10 years to get up to 4 cameras, full graphics, the whole kit and caboodle, like the game of the week days, as you well remember, Troy.
Big fan of the days of the week. You guys do an awesome job. Thanks for everyone behind the scenes helping out tonight.
And thanks for mentioning the Get Up Club reference. My dear friend Anthony Robbins, who passed away many years ago, was the Get Up Club founding member. Was not just the founder, but also a member of the Get Up Club, as he used to like to say. We saw a lot of dunks in those 2 or 3 years when Anthony was putting guys in the Get Up Club. I'll tell you what, man, we saw guys, we saw guys that had no business trying to dunk back in those days.
Newman did a good job right there, getting a half-court stop, and now they're able to try to add there to the lead.
Capurro gives it to Slender. Slender bumped, no call. Pole comes down with the ball. Definitely was some contact that time as Fudge gets it across now, and Mount Eden will try to close the gap a little bit here as we go under 40 seconds. Shot clock and game clock are off by about 10. They're going to milk it here. De La Cruz running the point right now as we go under 10. Walker kicks it out. De La Cruz for 3. Fudge hustling after it, but LeBerthan ends up with the ball. Chauncey LeBerthan to the rack and gets a lay-in at the other end. Oh yeah, I think it's safe to say they missed Chauncey last night for sure. And that one goes out of bounds, long pass. So the first quarter goes to Newman, a 13-7 lead. Not sure if Chauncey would have made the difference between win or lose last night, but I think he certainly would have made a difference in that game last night. So Cardinal Newman takes a 6-point lead into the second quarter. We'll be back with the start of that after this.
Looking to buy or sell wine country, ranch, and vineyard property? Vice Properties, with over 75 years of combined experience, can make it happen. Vice Properties specializes in North Bay ranch and vineyard properties with in-depth local knowledge and relationships unparalleled in wine country. Vice Properties can also help with commercial, investment, and residential properties. We know the market. Let us help you get the best deal possible. Call Vice Properties today or go to viceproperties.com.
All right, 13-7 after 1 as we get ready to start quarter number 2. Brad Slender for Newman. Cardinals trying to settle in, get their confidence back. They're clearly a little rattled last night, and Trevor Smith will go to the line to shoot a pair. Smith had a solid game last night for Cardinal Newman. Ended up with 7 rebounds. Most of his points came from the free throw line. However, in the second half, he didn't have a field goal. So credit Santa Rosa with doing a nice job of taking him out of the game a little bit in that second half of play.
Mount Eden putting on the pressure like Santa Rosa last night. Newman's doing a good job of making some adjustments. We saw the backdoor to Fish right there. We saw a little cut and a little handoff. Smith was able to get fouled, get the ball in the key. Not able to convert those free throws. Let's see if they can get another stop down here.
Mount Eden trying to post up. They haven't been able to get Pole loose down low. There's Walker, and he hits the bottom of the net. Walker had kind of a quiet game last night for him, only 12 points after scoring 25 in the opening round against Casa Grande. He's a guy that can light you up in a hurry. And here comes the double team, and it works. First turnover of the night for Newman. See if Mount Eden can convert it into points. No, Trevor Smith with the block. Ball ends up out of bounds. Last touched, a Cardinal. Frisch is going to check back in now. Game tightening up a little bit. 4-point lead for Newman. We'll see if Mount Eden can get over the hump. Very proud program, and they played great last year in this tournament. They took Las Lomas, the eventual NorCal champion, to overtime. That was Walker with his second basket in a row, and it's a 2-point game. Here comes that double team again, and again, it works. Boy, I can tell you what they're going to work on in practice next week.
Press break, press break, press break. Mount Eden doing a good job raising level of intensity a little bit. Thought it was a good call by Newman getting Frisch back in. Besides scoring, it provides another ball handler. Got to really be strong with the ball right now. Make eye contact, call some names, but know that that double team's coming.
Morgan Turner on the floor, number 22 from Mount Eden. I don't think we saw him out much last night. Monarchs trying to get it to him underneath, and Trevor Smith ends up with the ball, but it's a tie-up. The possession arrow pointing Mount Eden's way, so the Monarchs will hang on to it. Also on the floor for the Monarchs, Webster Bustamante, number 10. Shot clock is at 8. They're going to have to pay attention to that. It's one of those things that can throw you off. The ball goes dead, you kind of forget about the shot clock for a moment. Almost taken away by Giancarlo Woods. Got a hand on that. Shot clock ticked off 1 more second, so now it's at 7.
I got to imagine Coach Parks is trying to figure out how long he could ride this second team before putting in Pole and trying to get some baskets close on the block.
And there's Walker with a big 3, so here he goes, 7 points, and they have come in a hurry. And now Mount Eden leads by 1. There's our double team again. This time they find Trevor Smith out of it, and he dunks. It's the risk you take when you run that double. Smith gets the throwdown. Walker feeling it. LeBerthan keeps it alive for Frisch. Frisch guarded by Duran and fouled by Duran before the shot. Trevor Smith with the throwdown, getting Newman. Nice job by LeBerthan here. Kept the ball above his head and then made that two-handed over-the-top pass.
Great job by LeBerthan. Also pivoting twice around and kind of giving himself a balance, getting himself set, and being able to see Smith wide open. Easy two.
Giancarlo Woods up top. Newman back up on top by 1, and there's another foul. Well, actually, they got Giancarlo Woods for an offensive that time as he threw a little elbow. Aaron Duran gives it to Walker. Walker will try another 3, and look out. He is on fire. 10 points now for Jamani Walker.
Good balance, good square it up. He's hit a few, and that was a nice 3 right there. Mount Eden needed.
Travel by Trevor Smith. The teams are now even with 3 turnovers apiece.
Here we see Aaron Duran making the nice pass. He's squared up. Nothing but net for Walker.
Frisch almost got a steal, and you can bet he would have thrown that down at the other end. 2-point lead for Mount Eden. Pole back in the game. Gets it down low. Essa Pole and 1. The big man.
Right here, we're seeing Mount Eden. They got their big guy back in the game. Ball gets moved over here to Aaron Duran. Nice pass right over there, leading his big man. And 1.
Pole completes the 3-point play.
Credit to Coach Parks taking out Pole, giving him a breather, bringing him back in to hopefully finish out the first half.
Walker coming down with a board, a 5-point lead for the Mount Eden Monarchs. Right back to Pole. Triple team down low and almost taken away by Trevor Smith. It collapsed on Pole that time in a hurry. Piner's strategy was not to let him get the ball. They fronted him hard down low and tried to keep the ball out of his hands, which worked at times.
He's so good down on the block with one-on-one coverage. Now you got to come double, triple team. Now that opens up for Walker, who's hot already.
Nice behind-the-back move by Bustamante. Trevor Smith got a lot of ball, but a little body with the hip, and Bustamante will go to the free throw line. Once you leave your feet, before the shooter leaves his feet, you are vulnerable.
Great, behind the back dribble to get to the lane, get this defense up, and draw the foul by Bustamante.
Second team foul against Newman, and Bustamante got the first one. Trevor Smith takes a seat. Off the front rim, no good. An offensive rebound. That was Veazey who came down with that one. 6-point lead. Nice little run here. 7-0 run for Mount Eden. Walker kept alive by Veazey, and Duran ends up with the rebound way in the backcourt.
Good energy by Veazey, getting his hands on those loose balls offensively, giving his team a second and third shot.
Cardinals almost came up with a steal there, couldn't quite come down with that one. Mount Eden working a little clock now. Ole, offensive board and putback. 4 and 5 on his way to another double-double tonight.
The big fella Pole has such soft hands, able to tip it right to himself and put it back in easily.
Mason Freesh up and under, and he's fouled. Mason Freesh try and get some free throws here, and he does get the first. Mason Lone Star Freesh, as I like to call him, gets a couple right there. Much needed points for Cardinal Newman. And now the Cardinals will come out with a little zone press. Mount Eden handles it very nicely. Duran pulls up and goes off the glass. Aaron Duran. And here we go, the track meet begins. Mason Freesh back to the free throw line.
Here we see Mount Eden. They broke that press, got it to Duran. A nice little bank shot from about 12 feet. Newman was able to get it out quick, and Freesh beat the defense down, draw the foul, get to the line himself.
Freesh has 4 points so far in this one. Had that 26-point game last night, and now he has 5 points and 1 rebound. Freesh with a steal. Freesh is going to go all the way again. Bounce pass underneath. Capurro once, Capurro twice, and he'll go to the line. Almost a clean block underneath. Nice pass from Freesh to Charlie Thompson.
Freesh driving, nice little, dropped it back to Thompson. Good job by Capurro to stick with it. Right now, if you're Newman, you're chipping away at that lead. You're going to the free throw line. You're drawing fouls. You're in bonus right now, or 1-1, and you still got some time on the clock before halftime.
Capurro gets them both. 5 points for Nate Capurro, and Mount Eden throws it away. That's the 5th turnover by the Monarchs.
It's a game of runs, and it looks like Newman's press is grinding away at Mount Eden and be able to knock down some free throws and see what they can run right here.
Like Dino Cajaleo just got up off the bench. Like he might be about ready to come back in. Hasn't played yet tonight. There's LeBerthan. His own miss again. And a tie-up call. Possession arrow stays with Newman. LeBerthan with 2 offensive fouls, but a lot of blue jerseys around him couldn't get it up and in. Slender travels, took a little shuffle step just before he started off there. Coach Bonfili working it. His brother Jerry Bonfili behind him. They kind of tag team it. Jerry actually makes the substitutions. And that pass is saved. Nice job getting after that, Bustamante, but then Chauncey takes it away momentarily and steps on the line. So it'll stay with the Monarchs. 2:20 to go here in the second quarter. A 5-point lead for Mount Eden.
This third day of a tournament, really, you find out who's in good shape. You know, you had a dogfight last night, and now both teams are pressing, and it's back and forth, and all that off-season work pays dividends tonight.
And Willie Veazey brings it inbound for them. Veazey's actually the leading rebounder on this team, although in the games we've done over the last couple of years, Esapole has been the man that has got the bulk of the rebounds for Mount Eden. Kenyatta Fudge for three. Nice rebound, Capurro. 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Capurro all the way himself. Dino Cajaleo had just checked in, kept it alive, but Duran ends up with the rebound. Duran to Walker. Walker on the right wing. LeBerthan might have got away with a little slap on the backboard right there. That was called goaltending last night.
You never know how the referees are going to call that. Right now, we're seeing that pass from Doran to Walker, and maybe a little backboard that shook the hoop.
Kind of hard to tell in that replay. It might have actually been Walker himself that hit the backboard, but it was kind of hard to tell. First glance, I thought it was LeBerthan, but I'm not so sure. Walker with 10 points thus far. Here comes Aaron Duran now as we go under a minute and 35 in this first half. They're looking for Pole. Dino's fronting him down there. Dino's giving away a few inches, but not much in strength, I'll tell you that. There's Walker doing it again, his third three of this first half. Jimani Walker lighting up the Cardinals, and it's an 8-point lead.
That's got to be a point of emphasis at halftime for the Cardinal Newman team, knowing where Walker is, closing out, trying to make him a driver.
And Coach Bonfili is going to take a 30-second timeout. Again, another one of those situations where he wants to take a timeout, not so much to talk to his team, but to talk to the officials. He thought that there was a foul down there on that sideline just in front of the Mount Eden bench. Can't say that I disagree. Well, the North Bay Oak this year will be interesting. Look at the standings right now for last night's action. You can see Cardinal Newman, they won the Classic in 2014, 2015. This Mount Eden team won it in 2016 before losing to Las Lomas last year. Las Lomas rode that momentum all the way to the state finals a year ago. It's going to be an interesting league.
It will be. I was able to catch that Piner-Montgomery game last week. Montgomery able to pull off the win there. It's going to be very competitive, and in the next 2 weeks, it's really going to make a difference, and we're going to find out who kind of comes out on top.
I'm just still super disappointed that Hillsburg's not in the Oak this year. I mean, if you take Annalee and put them in the Redwood and you move Hillsburg up to the Oak, that's the way it should have been this year. I know they've got a point system, but in basketball, the point system isn't always exact. It's more about who's coming back next year as Esapole gets the basket.
Another good job possession-wise. Mount Eden getting it down to their big fellow for an easy, high-percentage shot.
Capurro almost lost the handle. Capurro down the lane, a little strong off the glass, and Fudge has the rebound. See Brandon Parks making some quick substitution, working the bench, bringing guys in and out. The lead has bulged to 10 for Mount Eden. Slender finds his way in the paint. Nice move by Brad Slender. Smart player, I like his game.
Yeah, great job. Little head and shoulders fakes, got inside the key. Good little shot to chip away before half.
Oh, Walker wide open. He'll take that all day long. Wow, 16 points for Jimani Walker as the half comes to an end, and the Mount Eden Monarchs have a spring in their step as they head into the locker room for sure. Walker was the man right there.
You know, Once again, that's got to be a point of emphasis for Cardinal Newman. You got to help the helper, got to rotate around, know where everyone's got to be pointing and knowing where that shooter is. He's able to line up the seams and stroke it, and it has too much time right now.
So that's it for the first half, and it is a big lead for the Mount Eden Monarchs. They lead it 32-22 over Cardinal Newman. We'll take a break right here and be back with some halftime highlights and the start of the third quarter here in the Sonoma County Classic.
Christofferson Builders, committed to rebuilding Sonoma County better than ever. From plan selection to home completion, nothing replaces knowledge and experience. Christofferson Builders, visionaries and industry leaders since 1978.
When you come to Oil Stop, we'll serve you and your passengers with a complimentary beverage. Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, coffee, tea, hot chocolate, hot cider, or even a bottle of cold, refreshing water. Want to check your emails, surf the web, or get some work done when you're in for service? Use our high-speed Wi-Fi. It's free. We'll also provide a free car wash with your oil change so your car looks as good as it runs. How convenient is that? Oil Stop, we're here to serve you. When you come to Oil Stop, we'll
Tonight's game is presented by Lux Metals Incorporated, providing high-quality commercial and residential metal fabrication since 1971. For custom exterior designs or fabulous interiors, Lux Metals is the perfect choice for your home or business. Lux Metals Incorporated, we make it our business to make it our best.
When you come to Oil Stop, we'll serve you and your passengers with a complimentary beverage. Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, coffee, tea, hot chocolate, hot cider, or even a bottle.
And welcome back to the Pioneer High School Gymnasium as we get set for the start of the third quarter. Dave Cox and Troy Stevenson with you, and we're going to take a look at some highlights of that first half of play. Newman got off to a nice start, Troy, but then Mount Eden had a great second quarter. In fact, they scored 26 points in the second quarter alone.
Yeah, they really got it going with their press, and then right there you're seeing Walker making a good pass to BC. They were able to get some threes, get some drives. There we're seeing another one from De La Cruz. Pole got into it. This one, I believe we're going to the right wing to Doran. Doran throws it, leads his big man. He's able to get that and one.
Sapole had a good half, but it was Jamani Walker who really was the most effective. We see Aaron Durant. He went off the glass that time. Nice, effective use of the glass. But look at Walker's range. He just steps out, and when he's feeling it, look out.
And especially to get one at the end of the half like that, he's got to be fired up and keep it rolling in the second half.
We're taking a look at Newman's highlights now from the first half of play. They kind of spread it around a little bit, but the second quarter was not much for them. They only scored 9 points. Capurro got off to a nice start from the outside, but he only had that one basket in the first half.
Yeah, great behind-the-back pass. Fish right there to Chauncey LeBron. Able to keep his head up right here, get the pass up to Smith for the jam. You know, they weren't as consistent probably as the coaching staff would like. They were able to get some good shots, but not as many great shots as Newman traditionally does. I'm sure they'll make the adjustments and be ready to go.
All right, so it's 33-22 at the half. We'll take a break right here and be back with the start of the second half here in the Sonoma County Classic third place game.
When you come to Oil Stop, we'll serve you and your passengers with a complimentary beverage. Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, coffee, tea, hot chocolate, hot cider, or even a bottle of cold, refreshing water. Want to check your emails, surf the web, or get some work done when you're in for service? Use our high-speed Wi-Fi. It's free. We'll also provide a free car wash with your oil change so your car looks as good as it runs. How convenient is that? Oil Stop. We're here to serve you.
Are you searching for a great high school experience? Cardinal Newman is the only Catholic college preparatory high school in Santa Rosa. Be a part of a community where you will be known and supported during these key years of growth. Be a part of a fun and positive student body who embraces challenge and responsibility through faith, academics, service, visual and performing arts, and competition. Learn how to apply at cardinalnewman.org.
And we are just about ready for this second half to get under play. Imagine a little emotional locker room for Cardinal Newman. Going 1-2 in this tournament was definitely not a part of their plans, and right now they trail by 11. And the Monarchs will have the ball to start the second half of play. We see the Santa Rosa Panthers are making their way into the locker room to get dressed and ready.
Big character game for both teams right here, who can stick together and like you said, come out with 2 wins and lead it into league play.
And so here we go. Takeaway by LeBerthan. 6th turnover of the night for Mount Eden. There's Trevor Smith. I'm already seeing a little different energy from Newman right off the bat.
Great job getting the steal by LeBerthan, driving down, drawing the defense. Nice fundamental bounce pass to Smith. Great way for the Newman to come out in the second half.
Fudge tries a 3 and hits it. Fudge had a 3 in the first half, starts the second half with 1 as well.
That's a big 3 by Fudge. Newman came out and decided to do a little jump of their own and double team and scramble, and Fudge was wide open and hit the 3. Gives them some confidence.
Capurro off the glass, rebounding edge for Mount Eden, 15-10 after the first half. Turnovers were close, 5-4. Mount Eden had the 5. Big difference was the 4 threes by Jamani Walker in that first half of play. 36-26. Trying to get it down low, but Capurro bats it away. Ball landed right in the lap of our cameraman, Craig Clement. Believe it or not, we've got I think about 5 people that were formerly Game of the Week crew members back in the day that are back to work for YSN during this tournament, which is great. There's Walker, and that's a 3. He now has 5 threes and 19 points.
I think LaBertha might need to fake that help a little bit and just stay with Walker a little bit closer. He can't have any sunlight right now.
As Napoleon, look out. He's got tons of sunlight right there. Wow, and he's making it rain. 19 points now for Walker. How can he be that open? Capurro tries to answer with a three. No good. Smith tried the tap and didn't get it, and Fudge ends up with the rebound. Who's guarding number 3? Fudge for 3. Look out, the Monarchs are heating up, and Coach Bonfili has seen enough. Wow. Talk about getting hot.
Right here we see Doran just pushing it up, finding Walker on the wing. Got to know where he is in transition. People got to be talking and pointing, and he just squares up, knocks it down. Then Doran the other side to Fudge, and he's already hit one this half, and now his second.
So a nice sequence there for the Mount Eden Monarchs. That was a great job of finding the open player. And then with confidence, they buried it. They have had a bunch of threes now. That's 3 for Fudge, and it looks like 6 threes for Walker. That's 9 threes.
Yeah, Coach Parks is happy. His team was able to, make the comeback from last night's emotional game versus the home team and Pioneer, and got some energy rolling tonight.
There's Bonfili, 783 career wins. He'd love to get 784 right here. 2 NorCal titles, and he's heading towards that top 10 in the CIF all time. Not sure how much longer he's going to continue this. I know he'd love to get to 800 and maybe call it good right there. Here comes Walker now. Nice bounce pass, but almost lost by VZ. Fudge ends up with the ball, and right now Mount Eden can do no wrong as LaBertha ends up with the rebound. See if the Cardinals can right the ship. Trailing by 19 right now.
When Newman comes down with the defensive rebound, Mount Eden likes to hang around and kind of double team. Let's see if Newman can get the ball out and outlet quicker. They might have numbers and be able to get layups and hopefully fouls to go to the free throw line for easy ones.
Capurro with a couple offensive boards, and Frisch goes back to the free throw line. They definitely need free throws to drop right now, and Frisch misses the first one. And he gets 1 of 2. Cardinals trying to create a turnover, but the Monarchs handle it. Walker now with a drive to the basket, and he'll go to the free throw line. Coach Parks has got to be pleased.
Walker a little surprised he missed the free throws. It's been his easiest one tonight.
And there's Walker getting 1 of 2, and he has 20 now. Frisch turns it over and fouls the Monarchs. VZ. Willie VZ did a nice job with the takeaway right there. I'll tell you what, I'm seeing a lot of long faces right now on that Newman bench. That is a team that has really, I think, shocked. The loss last night hurt and was probably a little surprising to most, but those that know how Santa Rosa plays this year knows that that's not a great matchup for Newman. But to be trailing Mount Eden right now by 19, that's a bit of a shocker. There is the basket underneath by VZ, make it a 21-point lead for for the Mount Eden Monarchs.
Great job by Doran keeping his head up, getting into the key, and dropping it off to Veazey for an easy one. But you're right, Dave. The body language of Newman is kind of telling the story right now. I'm looking at the Mount Eden guys. They're high-fiving each other. Right there we see Doran hooking up his teammate, Veazey, with a nice dish and just an easy layup. Still plenty of game left. Newman's really got to, this is where you your seniors, your captains need to pull guys together, stick together, and just do the little things and chip away.
Championship game follows this one. Santa Rosa and Piner, got to be looking forward to that matchup. I think they match up really well. Very similar styles. Both teams pride themselves on creating havoc with their defense and getting transition baskets. It's going to be a fun one.
A lot of guards that can put the ball on the ground, get to the basket, also pull up from three. Absolutely great championship game. Local Piner versus Santa Rosa.
Yeah, kind of the way this tournament was originally designed was to have all the local teams. As Freesh tries a bomb. Interestingly enough, as Capurro gets the basket and one, Cloverdale won this tournament, I think the first 3 years. 82, 83, and 84, all won by Cloverdale.
Right here, we're going to see Newman get the shot by Freesh and doesn't get it to drop, but Capurro just absolutely skied up there, grabbed that ball, got hit, converts the and one.
Capurro having a nice game. Has 10 points and 5 rebounds for the Cardinals. See if Cardinal Newman can keep that momentum going. Mount Eden, of course, content now to kind of slow the game down a little bit, take some air out of things. As long as they don't turn the ball over a bunch of times and completely lose their focus offensively, they've got a pretty good chance to get out of here with a 2-1 record themselves. Walker saves it.
Great job by Coach Parks right now, just saying kind of like what you just said, Dave. It's just like, all right, pull it out, run some offense. We're in no rush. We're in the driver's seat. We can look for a really good shot and run to the clock.
Pass, Freesh bats it out of bounds. Fudge is trying to find Veazey over on that right wing. An 18-point lead for Coach Parks and the Mount Eden Monarchs. Trying to feed it down to the big man. Bounced out of bounds again. The shot clock is at 12. There's a long three by Walker. Finally doesn't get one down. Here comes Freesh. All the way to the rack, Mason Freesh.
Good job getting in there, dropping it off for an easy one. Now see if they can get it back defensively with a little 1-2-2 press.
Nice job by Fudge to sky up for that one. Walker steps back for three. That would have been a big one, but he did not get it. And maybe Coach Parks would have liked them to use a little more shot clock in that possession. Pretty sure Walker has the green light. Maybe even a double green. There's a foul on Veazey as Freesh tried to cut to the basket. Newman with an out-of-bounds play now. Colby Culbertson is in the ballgame, wearing number 31. Taken away by Pole. How about that? Just a straight steal before the ball could even get inbound.
As a big body guarding the ball out of bounds, is able to put his big mitts on it. Right now, Newman's looking at 2 minutes left. If they can get it within 10 or less, they're in a real good position going into the fourth.
Duran guarded by Slender. Pole trying to post up on Charlie Thompson. Walker up top, shot clock winding down. Veazey pulls up. No good, there's Capurro. His 7th rebound. Cardinals need a nice little flurry here to get some momentum going. Colby Culbertson off the mark. Offensive rebound, Capurro, and a putback. 12 points now for Capurro. Kind of carried the quarter for Cardinal Newman.
Yeah, they're still chipping away. They're back in their press. They're able to show some energy and get their the offensive rebound and get an easy one down low. Still some time.
Nice pass, Pole underneath, no good. Capurro has the rebound. Here comes Friesch now, right down the lane. Falls to the ground. He kind of was out of control that time, and one of the Mount Eden players, it's Fudge, is injured on the play. Friesch tried a more or less impossible shot. I think his objective was more to draw the foul than anything right there.
Yeah, right there. I thought maybe that it might have been a blocking foul. One of the Eden guys goes down, but good job being aggressive and trying to attack the basket. That's what you got to do right now. Stop the clock, try to get those free throws, just continue to chip away. Never like to see anyone injured. Worst part of the sports, in my opinion.
Bud just had a nice tournament. 9 points and 4 rebounds so far tonight, hoping that he can continue. Newman's going to set up full court pressure for sure. A little 1-2-2 action. John Wooden would be proud. Mount Eden burns it. Nice little floater to the rack. That was Jason Montgomery Jr. He's been kind of quiet since he picked up that second personal foul early on.
Nice little floater off the 3-on-1 for JJ.
Lead back up to 16. Newman with under 30 to play in the third. Shot clock and game clock are off by about 4 seconds. And there's Capurro to the rack and one. Nate Capurro.
Nathan Capurro with the sweet spin back to his left. We're going to see here. Try to go for another and one.
He's had a big quarter, 9 points in this quarter alone. Well on his way to a double-double. $15 points now for Capurro. The lead is 13. Under 20 seconds now in the quarter. They're gonna have to hustle to beat the time. Walker looks up, recognizes it. Slender almost had a steal. He dove for the ball, but knocked it, I think, off his forehead and out of bounds. Great hustle by Brad Slender.
Awesome hustle, exactly what Coach Bonfili and the staff is looking for. Get that energy rolling into the fourth quarter, continue pressuring.
Friesch gets a steal. Tries to throw it up, just ran out of time on that one. So the quarter comes to an end, and it is Mount Eden with another good quarter of play. They lead at 50-37. 3 quarters of play in the books here in the Sonoma County Classic third place game. We'll take a break and be back with the final chapter of this one in just a moment.
For over 80 years, George Peterson Insurance has been protecting our community, helping businesses and individuals get the right coverage for their needs. We are proud to expand our presence to Marin County with the Minto and Wilkie and Allen, Bettini and Carter agencies located in San Rafael. We are excited for the opportunity to continue to grow our personal and employer resources and services in the North Bay. We are still committed to this promise to all Northern California.
We've got your back. George Peterson Insurance.
For AAU basketball at its best, it's Express Basketball Club, the place for young players to learn the fundamentals and advanced skills for high school and beyond.
And we're ready for the fourth quarter to begin here. First game of 2 tonight. We'll have the championship game following this. See if the Pioneer Prospectors can pick up their first Sonoma County Classic championship since 2004. They had 5 in a row in the 90s, and then 2 in a row, 2003, 2004, and then that's been it, 14 years ago.
Coach Erickson's back to get into the championship game. Yeah, it's been a staple of basketball culture here in Sonoma County right before the New Year's.
Yeah, it's been great bringing you some of the old games. I've been playing on our YSN 365 TV, the home of the classics. Some of the 2005, 2006 season, a couple LC Allen Carrillo, LC Allen Santa Rosa games, Pioneer LC Allen. It's been great to see some of the names and faces I kind of forgot about, including Mark Anderson, the assistant athletic director here at Pioneer, playing for Maria Carrillo back in the day. He's a good player, a little lefty.
All right.
I'd forgotten all about that. So here we go. The final 8 minutes are on the clock, and we are ready to go. Folks at Pioneer have been great to us this weekend, helping us get set up, letting us leave things set up as Chauncey LeBurton lays that one in, which is huge for us in covering a tournament like this. We can leave everything set up in between nights, and there is a turnover. Makes it so much easier for us to come back day 2.
Great execution by Cardinal Newman coming into this fourth quarter right there. We're running that little play for LeBurton to be able to drive. Strong finish by the football basketball player, able to finish, and then they're able to get the turnover, try again.
And that one ends up going out of bounds. Budge looking like he got a little eye problem there. He got elbowed in the eye. Trevor Smith muscling his way up. Nice job by Trevor Smith. Cardinal bigs coming through big here in this second half, chipping away at that lead. It is down to a 9-point lead for the Mount Eden Monarchs, and the Cardinals almost got another steal. Durant somehow held on to that one. It crawled up over the top of him and landed right back in his arms. Back after the 9th turnover by Mount Eden. Big possession here for Newman. They trail by 9. They've got it under double digits.
Doran doing a good job
Offensive foul.
Of pressuring the ball 80 feet from the basket, really trying to get into LeBurton. Able to pick up the offensive foul right there, get the ball back for Mount Eden.
And they got Frisch for the bad screen right there. So Newman now with 3, and there's another turnover. 10 turnovers for Mount Eden. Newman's getting some opportunities. See if they can take advantage. Marcus Vidari is not playing tonight. He's in street clothes on the Cardinal Newman bench. He had a good game last night, and they miss him. So they haven't been at full strength for either of the 2 nights. Frisch down the lane, throws up a left-handed one, and Cole ends up with the rebound. Cardinals desperately trying to tie it up, and a reach-in call as he was slapped on the arm. Cole, get me out of here, man. I need some air. I could get a little claustrophobic in there.
Newman having a sense of urgency, really picking up the energy and the intensity in this fourth quarter. They're going to need to maintain that to really try to chip away at this 9-point lead.
There's a takeaway by Capurro, but he put his foot on it. You can't do that. Walker double team. And again, the Cardinals almost come up with it. Got it down to 9.
If I'm on the court with these Newman guys right now, I'm saying, let's keep doing this. Let's keep this up. You know what? Right now, we're getting after it, and we're putting ourselves in a good position with this defense and this energy.
Bounce pass across to Walker, and the Monarchs will pull it back up top. In a position now where they can't become too complacent on offense because the lead is under double digits. Almost a steal for Giancarlo Woods. Veazey right side, blocked by LeBurton, and he threw it off of VC. What a play by Chauncey LeBerthman. Blocked the shot and in midair threw it off one of the Monarchs. That was cool.
Right here, yeah, we're seeing it. Able to block the shot, keep it going. Way to have the energy to knock it back in and get another shot to chip away at this lead.
LeBerthman finds Giancarlo Woods wide open underneath, and the lead is cut to 7. 6-0 run to start this quarter for Cardinal Newman. And underneath by Mount Eden, and Coach Parks wants a 30-second timeout. So both teams have used all their 30s. Now all that's left, each team has 3 full timeouts remaining.
Right there, we're seeing the Newman possession, able to just find Giancarlo Woods wide open to get that easy layup. But then Christian Kelsey pushes it down and able to keep his dribble, get out of that corner, that double team for Pole for the nice easy layup.
Lead is 9. Not out of the woods yet. The Monarchs hoping to exit Sonoma County with a 2-1 record, which they did last year. The year before that, they were 3-0. They won this thing. They won it back in 2011 as well, so they like this tournament. They come up here just about every year, gets them ready for league play. And nice to get a little fresh air, get out of the Bay Area for a few days. There's Trevor Smith. Tough shot. Kind of a signature move for him.
Great finish up high for Smith.
Walker at the other end. 22 points now for Walker, almost backcourt. LeBerthman just took that one across, and he goes off the glass and one. Chauncey LeBerthman, big play.
The football player just dribbling it hard, looking like he's getting a handoff, protecting the ball right there, being strong with it, and giving the Cardinals a hand on it.
Doesn't complete it, but Capurro's right there for the three-point putback. Actually, it's a 4-point play, a 4-point possession for the Cardinals after LeBerthman missed the 3-point play. Wow, Cardinals with some completely different energy. They are getting fired up. The lead is just 5.
Game of momentum, and we see Newman with it right now, and they've got plenty of time. They just got to maintain and keep doing what they're doing, and with Woods with the steal.
Woods doesn't get the lay-in, gets his own miss, and it's a tie-up. The possession arrow pointing Mount Eden's way, and he's lucky he didn't get called for a travel right there. Momentum swung back to the Cardinals' court. A lot of ball left, 4:41 to go in this one. And LeBerthman fouls Webster Bustamante from behind.
In the last time out, I got to imagine both coaching staffs were reminding players about press break, getting into their positions, being strong with it. As we see Walker the time before getting down for that layup.
Chauncey LeBerthman strong to the basket. 10 points now for Chauncey, and the lead is once again just 4 points. 4:15 to play. Clock cannot tick fast enough for Coach Parks as they miss again somehow. Point blank range. Freesh to Smith, and he lays it in transition. The Cardinals have come all the way back. Freesh almost gets another steal. The ball rolls out of bounds. It's the Cardinals' ball. Oh my goodness.
Right there, we're seeing Mason Freesh when he dribbled down, dished it off his big man, Trevor Smith, for the easy layup. Good things are happening for the Cardinal Newman Cardinals with their energy and their effort.
And a timeout taken by the Cardinals. So we'll take a break right here. Cardinal Newman on a bit of a roll as they've come all the way back to make it 55-53. And we'll be back with the conclusion of this one in the Sonoma County Classic third place game.
Looking to buy or sell wine country, ranch, and vineyard property? Vice Properties, with over 75 years of combined experience, can make it happen. Vice Properties specializes in North Bay ranch and vineyard properties with in-depth local knowledge and relationships unparalleled in wine country. Vice Properties can also help with commercial, investment, and residential properties. We know the market. Let us help you get the best deal possible. Call Vice Properties today or go to viceproperties.com.
So timeout taken there. It was a full, and we've got ourselves a good one right here. There's some moisture on the floor. They're still trying to get it mopped up over there on the far side. What a run by Newman.
A little worried about Newman when they started off this game, a little lethargic, trying to get their shots down, energy going. They've really picked it up, and it's awesome to see.
Capurro no good. Esapole has a rebound. Cardinals just really fighting hard for everything in a tie-up. This time the possession arrow is pointing Newman's way. Coach Bonfili's out on the floor. Not sure if they did call a tie-up or they called a foul in there. Looks like they called a foul against Mount Eden on the floor. And who was it against? I don't know. How do you pick? There's a bunch of guys. Might have been on Cole, I guess. He was kind of on top of the pile. Yep, and that's his fourth, believe it or not. I didn't see that.
Coach Park's got to keep that on his radar as with 3.5 minutes left in this game.
Not taking him out. LeBerthan, nice move, doesn't get it. Smith. Got it. Trevor Smith with an offensive board, and we are tied up, believe it or not. Newman was down by 19 points not long ago. And the Monarchs turn it over again. They just cannot get the ball across court. They did such a great job early on. Things have completely unraveled on them.
Right here we're seeing Smith just fighting for it, able to get the basket. Newman has done an amazing job of just grinding, sticking to it, lots of energy, and getting back in and tying this game.
What a comeback for Cardinal Newman. LeBerthan, and he traveled. The 7th turnover of the ball game for Newman. Mount Eden now has 12 turnovers. They've really racked them up here in this second half. I think they had just 4 in the first half. 3 minutes to play. Tie ball game. Third place game of this Sonoma County Classic, final day. Walker over Smith, no good. Freesh skies for the board. Freesh brings it up now to LeBerthan. LeBerthan is going to go all the way to the rack, and he's blocked by Duran. Saw he had the mismatch right there and went right into Aaron Duran. And now LeBerthan will go to the free throw line.
We've been seeing Newman consistently run that high ball screen for LeBerthan, being able to get his size and strength to the basket with a smaller defender on him, being able to jump up high, finish, get fouls, get to the line. Major reason why this game is tied right now.
Cole coming back in for rebounding. Last night they really used him sparingly on defense. Pretty much only on the offensive end they would bring in the big man. He was shuttling in and out most of the second half as LeBerthan gets 1 of 2, and Cardinal Newman takes the lead for the first time since, I believe, back in the first quarter. Monarchs handle the pressure there. Fudge tries a three. They are way off on their outside shooting, and here's Walker now.
Good steal by Smith right there. They try to feed it to Polek.
Smith goes all the way. Newman up by 3. Christian Kelsey gets it to Walker, who lays it in. Much needed basket for the Monarchs.
Not an easy bucket for Walker. Good job as Kelsey comes up with the steal.
And a nice bucket underneath by Beasy. So a little life left in this Mount Eden team as they come up with a couple steals and have retaken the lead. Capurro tries to change that and does. Nate Capurro with 19 points for Newman. And the Cardinals are back up by 1 as back and forth we go here down the stretch. Kelsey blows around Smith. What a move. I'm telling you what, if he's 5'4", I don't know. I'm 6'2".
Sweet little crossover there by Kelsey to get to the basket. Couldn't finish it though.
And a travel by Giancarlo Woods. A little out of control that time. Newman hanging on to a 1-point lead. And a timeout taken here. So we'll step aside with the score 60-59. Cardinal Newman by 1. 1 minute and 16 seconds left in this Sonoma County Classic third place game.
Christofferson Builders, committed to rebuilding Sonoma County better than ever. From plan selection to home completion, nothing replaces knowledge and experience. Christofferson Builders, visionaries and industry leaders since 1978. Tonight's game is presented by Lux Metals Incorporated, providing high-quality commercial and residential metal fabrication since 1971. For custom exterior designs or fabulous interiors, Lux Metals is the perfect choice for your home or business. Lux Metals Incorporated, we make it our business to make it our best.
Christian Kelsey had that sweet little move moments ago. One of the nicer moves I've seen for a smaller guy going after the big guy. He's had a nice ball game. Minute 15 to play. Here he comes again. See if he can do it again. Newman tries to tie it up, and Coach Parks gets a timeout.
Good job by Mount Eden breaking the press right there. Kelsey being able to dribble through and kind of got in a little trouble. Good timeout by Coach Parks. Here we're seeing Kelsey as he was dribbling through and just keeping his eyes up to Walker. Tough layup by Walker to put them down by 1.
Was a nice feed right there. Good ball game. Championship game was waiting in the wings. Should be a good one. Piner, they're peeking out. Are they anxious? Are the prospectors anxious? Oh my goodness. Uncage the Lion right there. They can't wait to get out and take on the Panthers in this championship game. You know, it'd mean a lot to them. They haven't won this thing in 14 years to get a win for Coach E. And it's 28th year here at Piner.
Really cool that we have 2 local teams in there for the championship.
Yeah, considering last year we didn't have any local teams. It was Mount Eden and Las Lomas.
We saw a good one, though.
Yeah, it was great. Las Lomas, I followed them after that all the way to their state championship appearance. It was fun to watch their progress. Kelsey, nice little pump fake to Mason Freesh. Comes down with a miss. Freesh to Giancarlo Woods. Out of bounds, and it's going to be Mount Eden's ball. Coach Bonfili not so sure about that.
I don't know if Cardinal Newman needed to push that ball that hard right there. If that's the shot they're trying to look. You've got the lead. You can come down and run a good offense and try to get something a little bit more high percentage.
Monarchs get it up to Fudge. nothing will drop. And it's going to stay with Mount Eden. 26 seconds to go in this one.
Shot clock off, Dave.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what Mount Eden's strategy is here.
I gotta imagine they gotta give Eslo and Walker touches.
They may hold on for the final shot of the ball game. The coach is saying, go ahead, take it to the rack. Walker might have walked, partially blocked. Walker keeps it alive, and he's fouled. Oh my goodness, he definitely got away with the travel, I know that. Then the shot was partially blocked, but Walker stayed with it.
Yeah, right here, Walker throws it up, nothing, able to get his own rebound and draw it.
Coach Bonfili takes a timeout right there, 60-59. Some serious intensity in this one. And how big are these free throws going to be? Take a look at the bracket and show you how we've arrived at where we are today. You see this one's down in the bottom right corner. Cardinal Newman and Mount Eden, they were in the semifinals, didn't get over the hump. Las Lomas took the consolation. Drake took the 7th place game. Nice showing for Las Lomas after losing to Santa Rosa in that first round. The Panthers with that 72-67 win over Newman last night, but it really wasn't even as close as that. And that's what we've got for you coming up next. Santa Rosa and Piner in the championship game.
Well, Dave, let's imagine that Walker makes them both. If you're Newman, you got 11 seconds. Maybe you just go. If you can attack and someone reaches in, you're shooting one-on-one as well as Walker ties it.
First one, not the second one, and now there's a foul as Smith is fouled by Beasy, who goes over the top, and they'll go to the other end and shoot free throws down there. So Smith has some big ones coming up. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He had a good night at the free throw line last night, but he hasn't made one tonight. 10 seconds to play.
Rebounding, rebounding, rebounding. Coach Bonfili said yesterday that they didn't defend or rebound, but this second half they've really gotten after it, and no bigger rebounding than Trevor Smith's right there.
Didn't get it. Freese trying to get an offensive board. He's out of bounds. Oh my goodness, Trevor Smith is 0 for 3 from the line. And we are still tied up. The Monarchs will have an opportunity to win this at the buzzer right now. Newman's going to put full court pressure on them, make it tough for them to get it across, and hope for a steal. 60-60, inbound. JJ, the sophomore, blocked by Freesh. LeBerthan looks up, he gets it off. Oh, just a bit off to the right. And this one is going to overtime. Wow. Coach Parks asking JJ, what are you doing? You could read his lips. The sophomore was feeling it right there. So we have completed regulation here in this 3rd place game, and we are going to move on to OT. It's 60-60 as we see Freesh block JJ Montgomery. Don't go away. We'll be right back with the start of the overtime period in just a moment.
Sprite, coffee, tea, hot chocolate, hot cider, or even a bottle of cold, refreshing water. Want to check your emails, surf the web, or get some work done when you're in for service? Use our high-speed Wi-Fi. It's free. We'll also provide a free car wash with your oil change so your car looks as good as it runs. How convenient is that? Oil Stop. We're here to serve you.
Are you searching for a great high school experience? Cardinal Newman is the only Catholic college preparatory high school in Santa Rosa. Be a part of a community where you will be known and supported during these key years of growth. Be a part of a fun and positive student body who embraces challenge and responsibility through faith, academics, service, visual and performing arts, and competition. Learn how to apply at cardinalnewman.org.
All right, we are ready to go into overtime here. Mount Eden and Cardinal Newman. If you're Cardinal Newman, I think you'll take it.
Great job getting back down 19. I got to imagine that they've got to keep running the high ball screens for Chauncey, as well as trying to draw Azapole his 5th foul. Such a big part of the Mount Eden squad.
Safe to say the championship game is not going to start at 6 o'clock as scheduled. Now the prospectors are peeking out of Coach E's office. See them all looking out there, out the glass windows out of Coach E's office.
That's the worst when you're a team and you're ready to play and it goes overtime.
Chomping at the bit, yep. Overtime is 4 minutes here in high school. And there's travel. 15th turnover by Mount Eden. Coach Parks had a couple shots at it. The free throws, the second one was missed, and then they had the final actual shot. I mean, Newman did get off something at the buzzer, but it was a half-court prayer. Here comes LeBerthan through traffic, gathers it in, and kisses it off the glass.
LeBerthan, big reason why they're ahead in overtime and able to claw back and to push this game into overtime. Both teams deserve a day off tomorrow. Lots of ice, rest, relax.
From the corner, that was Fudge, no good. Here comes Cardinal Newman with a chance to make it a 2-possession lead. They led 13-7 after 1, and then from then on it was all Mount Eden. LeBerthan off the mark. Nice block out that time by Fudge, who has the rebound. Ole on the left side. Walker, he had that hot streak. He's cooled off a little since then. Duran back to Walker. Shot clock winding down. There goes Walker down the lane, and he got the roll. That is a shooter's touch. 27 points for Jamani Walker.
Good job by Walker mixing it up, knowing that he's been knocking down his threes tonight. The guys are going to rush at him. He's able to get in the paint and throw that up, and like you said, get the shooter's cut roll.
LeBerthan fouled by Duran. That is the matchup Cardinal Newman likes right now. LeBerthan, a much bigger, stronger player, but Duran holds his own, I tell you what.
Right there, yeah, we're seeing LeBerthan just being strong, dribbling and getting up there, and Duran's able to have to draw the foul, and LeBerthan be able to knock down some more free throws.
Duran just fouled out. That's his 5th. So Aaron Duran will have to take the rest of the night off, and Chauncey LeBerthan doesn't get the first one. The Cardinals have had a couple opportunities here. In fact, they could have won this thing in regulation. Now LeBerthan gets the second, so Newman up by 1. Fight here in this 3rd place game. Cardinals going for the steal, but Kelsey gets out of trouble. Christian Kelsey strong to the rack, and he's fouled from behind by LeBerthan. Like his game.
Good job by Christian Kelsey sticking with it. Almost turned the ball over in the backcourt. Was able to get it right back. Attacks and draws the foul, and see if he can knock down a couple.
Kelsey misses the first. He has 4 points tonight. Got 1 of 2. So we are tied up once again. crowd filing in here tonight, getting ready for this championship game. And you get to see a little of the third place game as well. This one is in overtime. Dave Cox and Troy Stevenson bringing you the action. Rylan Cobry will be here for the championship game as Esapole comes down with a strong rebound. Nice bounce ahead to Fudge, and Fudge lays it in. Kenyatta Fudge with his first basket since the third quarter. That's a 2-point lead for Mount Eden.
Good job by Mount Eden as Newman kind of double, triple teamed the rebounder to push the ball up and get a layup.
Oh my goodness, Smith just hit the ground hard. Came down backwards. Looks like he's going to make it back up. Oh my goodness, that was a dangerous play.
There we see Chauncey LeBerthan going down, and then Smith just going for that rebound and crashing down. Good job toughing it up and sticking through.
Looks like he's going to be all right. Thought for a moment like he might be severely injured, but looks like he's going to stay on the floor. Cardinals will have the ball out of bounds underneath. Stay with us for the championship game. We'll be on pause for a moment in between games, and then we'll come back to you live. Freesh will go to the free throw line. Mason Freesh will shoot 2.
Always comes down to free throws, Dave.
Cardinals have not hit their free throws down the stretch. That is definitely going to be the takeaway if they do not get over the hump in this game. Freesh didn't get either. Cole has 8 rebounds now, and Freesh, with a little frustration, fouls Kelsey from behind. Wow. Still 51 seconds to go, but Kelsey has a chance to make it a 2-possession game for Mount Eden. And he got the first one. 6 points now for Christian Kelsey. Got them both. And it is indeed a 2-possession game. De La Cruz is going to check in for Kelsey. Duran fouled out. Full court pressure. Freesh takes it. Gets it to Giancarlo Woods. Woods with Walker. Bounces it across to Smith. Partially blocked by Esapole. The Monarchs have a chance to put this away now. Fudge pulls it out. Coach Parks was saying, don't you dare shoot yet, guys.
Run that clock.
Run that clock. And indeed, the Cardinals, well, they were going to try to foul, but Coach Parks got a timeout. So we'll take a break right here. It's 67-63. Mount Eden over Cardinal Newman in overtime of this Sonoma County Classic third-place game.
For over 80 years, George Peterson Insurance has been protecting our community, helping businesses and individuals get the right coverage for their needs. We are proud to expand our presence to Marin County with the Minto and Wilkie and Allen, Bettini and Carter agencies located in San Rafael. We are excited for the opportunity to continue to grow our personal and employer resources and services in the North Bay. We are still committed to this promise to all Northern California.
We've got your back. George Peterson Insurance.
For AAU basketball at its best, it's Express Basketball Club, the place for young players to learn the fundamentals and advanced skills for high school and beyond.
I want to thank our sponsors for making this live broadcast possible. Really appreciate the support from the business community and those that have pledged your support by becoming a patron of YSN 365, fans, superfan, and all-stars. All much appreciated. Got Santa Rosa and Piner coming up after a brief break in between games.
Good job by the Newman players there, Smith and LeBerthan. They trapped in the corner, and no need to foul yet. Try to see if you can come up with that steal before putting someone on the free throw line. Probably try to do the same exact thing. Don't get the steal, got to foul, and stop that clock.
And they do get the steal. LeBerthan ends up with the ball. LeBerthan in traffic. Finds Frisch. Frisch for three. Got it! Big basket. Mason Frisch catch and shoot. And it's a 1-point game. That is his first three of the night. And just the second three for Cardinal Newman all night. The other one was by Nate Capurro early on. Here's that sequence. Starts with the steal.
Absolutely, just getting after it right there. It's trouble on that side, on that baseline, and LeBerthan comes up with it. You know, Frisch had 26 last night, missed his last 2 free throws. He's a shooter, he's a scorer, able to chip it away down 1.
Great shot by Mason, Lone Star Frisch at 67-66 with 14.9 to go in overtime. Well, now you definitely foul if you don't get the steal. The best they can do is hit 2 free throws and make it a 3-point game. So that was big 3 right there. A lot of times coaches will say, hey, don't worry about a 3, get a 2 in that situation, but a 3 is much better.
And Dave, I might try to foul the sophomore, try to get the young guy who this is kind of a big, new experience on the, this year being out here, and see if I can rattle him a little bit.
They get the ball to Walker, so that was definitely the guy that Mount Eden wanted to handle it and shoot the free throws. So Jamani Walker will head to the free throw line. Walker has a chance to make it a 3-point game. And he got the first one.
Coach Bonfili yelling out rebound, absolutely. Got to keep those guys, Capurro, Smith, getting ready. Box out the shooter. It's a big rebound if it comes off.
Got them both, 3-point game. Timeout taken by Coach Brandon Parks. That's the final timeout, I believe, for Mount Eden. Coach Bomber still has 1 or 2 at his disposal. What a game, 68-69-66 actually.
Some coaches in the situation would want to foul, try to put them to the line as opposed to give them the 3. I personally like to have confidence in my defense that they'll be able to come up with it. Coach Bonfili drawing something up. I got to imagine Frisch is getting a touch right here.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Frisch is probably the guy right here.
But if you can get a quick layup without a lot of time, hey, we'll go back and try to foul another person and chip away. Maybe they'll miss that free throw and put us in a different situation.
There's the Prospectors. Let us out of the cage. Newman will inbound. 13.9. Long pass to Frisch. He got it. Smith for 3. Giancarlo Woods fighting for it. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Newman's ball. They drew up that play. You can throw it to another player out of bounds on that baseline after a made basket. That was a smart play. And it almost worked. Here it is. Oh, this is the play earlier. It's not the last one. LeBerthan gets a look. Off the glass, no good. 1 second, that's it. Newman got a couple shots and could not convert. And it's Mount Eden who wins it, 69-66. And they take 3rd place in the tournament. What a game. Back and forth seesaw battle.
Started off a little slow. Guys were a little sore from last night's game, and it really got going in the second half and overtime.
So Cardinal Newman wins it in OT. And that is a final, 69-66. So the championship game is next. Troy, I want to thank you very much for being here. Appreciate your help and support. We look forward to seeing you again soon.
Yeah, always have a good time.
Right on. So there's the final in this one, 69-66, but do not go away. We'll be back with the start of the championship game here in the Sonoma County Classic for 2018. Coming up next.
Looking to buy or sell wine country, ranch, and vineyard property? Vice Properties, with over 75 years of combined experience, can make it happen. Vice Properties specializes in North Bay ranch and vineyard properties with in-depth local knowledge and relationships unparalleled in wine country. Vice Properties can also help with commercial, investment, and residential properties. We know the market. Let us help you get the best deal possible. Call Vice Properties today or go to viceproperties.com.
Christofferson Builders, committed to rebuilding Sonoma County better than ever. From plan selection to home completion, nothing replaces knowledge and experience. Christofferson Builders, visionaries and industry leaders since 1978.
back to the Pioneer High School Gymnasium for the Sonoma County Classic Championship game, and we have got a good one for you. It's the Santa Rosa Panthers at 13-2, currently ranked #1 by the power rankings in the Redwood Empire, taking on the home Pioneer Prospectors. Hello everyone, I'm Dave Cox along with Rylan Cobry. Great to have you with us, Rylan, for this championship game, and you picked a good one to show up for. It should be a frenetic pace and a wide open ball game.
Yeah, it's going to be hectic. I think that's the word of the night. These two teams both like to get after it. They're going to press. They're going to cause turnovers. Who can be fundamentally sound? Who can make a bounce pass? Who can just get the ball up the floor and get good looks is going to be the winner tonight.
Well, leading the way for the Pioneer Prospectors has been Scott Erickson, but here is the guy for Santa Rosa who had a good game last night, and he's a new guy, Grant Goodwin, who really did a lot of great things for Santa Rosa last night.
Yeah, and he led all scores of 16 in the first night against Las Lomas, and then he came back 14 yesterday.
There's Erickson now, and he can do a lot of things for Pioneer.
Yeah, and you see him here, he'll knock down a three, but he's not really known as a three-point shooter. If you need him to hit one, he will, but then he can create. You watch here, he can drive, he can dish, he can score with the left, either hand, whatever you need him to do. He's a bulldog defensively, and then here you can see penetrating kick, corner three against Montgomery last week, so he can play all around the floor.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see how these teams match up. It is going to be a good one for sure. Santa Rosa had that huge win over Newman last night, a very emotional win for them. We'll see if they can continue that energy into this championship game tonight. Packed house here at the Pioneer High School Gymnasium. Everything you could ask for in a championship game. It's the Prospectors and the Panthers coming up next.
Complimentary beverage. Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, coffee, tea, hot chocolate, hot cider, or even a bottle of cold, refreshing water. Want to check your emails, surf the web, or get some work done when you're in for service? Use our high-speed Wi-Fi. It's free. We'll also provide a free car wash with your oil change so your car looks as good as it runs. How convenient is that? Oil Stop. We're here to serve you.
Are you searching for a great high school experience? Cardinal Newman is the only Catholic college preparatory high school in Santa Rosa. Be a part of a community where you will be known and supported during these key years of growth. Be a part of a fun and positive student body who embraces challenge and responsibility through faith, academics, service, visual and performing arts, and competition. Learn how to apply at cardinalnewman.org.
For over 80 years, George Peterson Insurance has been protecting our community, helping businesses and individuals get the right coverage for their needs. We are proud to expand our presence to Marin County with the Minto and Wilkie and Allen, Bettini and Carter agencies located in San Rafael. We are excited for the opportunity to continue to grow our personal and employer resources and services in the North Bay. We are still committed to this promise to all Northern California.
We've got your back. George Peterson Insurance.
For AAU basketball at its best, it's Express Basketball Club, the place for young players to learn the fundamentals and advanced skills for high school and beyond.
All right, they are introducing the starting lineups here at Pioneer High School. The house that Mike Gaddy built back in the day. Coach Erickson's been here for 28 years. The only other coach the Pioneer program has ever known. Here's the starters he'll put out tonight. Adonis Gutierrez, Scott Erickson, his son, Jared Sadler, very good junior, and then Christian Gutierrez along with Jorge San Ramon. There's Grant Goodwin at the top of the Santa Rosa lineup. We talked about him in the open. Andre Gaudreau, a very solid player. Alan Baker gets the start tonight in place of Isidro Garcia, who was injured last night in the game. There's Madison Lott, came over here from Elsie Allen, and he's got these Panthers playing good basketball right now. On the other side, the veteran, Coachy Mike Erickson. He has won a lot of ball games over the years and won this tournament 5 years in a row back in the 90s. Hasn't won it since 2004. You know darn well he wants this one badly. He'd never say that, but you know deep down inside he does. And it is now time for our national anthem as we get ready for the start of tonight's game. house tonight. Kind of reminds me of the old days here. And I remember talking to you about this last year and being surprised that you actually never played in this gym.
Well, here's the thing. I went back and watched the tape last year, and I remember saying that, and I was wrong. My first year in playing varsity at Montgomery was actually the last year that we were that Piner was in the NBL. So I did play in this gym my sophomore year, but then after that it was done because the last 2 years. So now with the NBL, with the way they've reshaped it now, Montgomery, Newman, all of them are going to be playing here, so it's pretty cool.
So we are just about ready to go here now, and officials for this one will be T.J. Murphy and Mark Sims once again. They got to work out in that last game, going overtime up and down with Mount Eden and Santa Rosa, or excuse me, Cardinal Newman. Andre Gaudreau and Jorge San Ramon will jump center now for this one. Great to see a packed house here at the Piner High School Gymnasium for the Sonoma County Classic Championship. It'll be the last game of the year for 2018 at the prep level. Jalen Prince off the break, doesn't get it. San Ramon tries to keep it alive, and it's Gaudreau who has it, throws it off the backboard, and he is pushed. Nice job by Gaudreau to keep that alive.
Right away, Prince just going right at the basket. And I said it in our kind of intro, talking about how this is going to be such a hectic game between these two teams. Both like to attack. You're not going to see a lot of three-point shooting. If anybody can knock down shots from the outside, though, it's going to be Piner. They're going to, I think, have to hit a few in this game to pull out a W. Santa Rosa, they shoot about 28% from deep, so they're not going to rely on the three-point line.
Gaudreau gets Santa Rosa on the board first. The foul was against San Ramon, his first. He had foul trouble last night as well, so he picks up a quick one here tonight, and here comes that double team. Santa Rosa ran so well last night. Sadler from 17, front iron, kept alive for Gaudreau, who has his second rebound of the night. Here comes Grant Goodwin. He moved here from out of the area, and what a great addition he's been to this Santa Rosa team. Little spark plug. He can create havoc for sure. Fits into their style of play this year perfectly as Gutierrez gets a steal, and he travels. The teams exchange turnovers. These teams are almost mirror images. They both like to press, they both like to trap and double team, defense leading to offense.
The North Bay League is so wide open at the top. It feels like everybody's very even, and it's going to be who can beat the press in the league this year. I think is going to have the best chance to win.
Yeah, guard play is going to be huge, no doubt about it. Edwards travels.
I was going through today looking at Piner's past seasons on max preps, and they only had 14 years back. That's as far as I could go looking at records. Mike Erickson has had 4 losing seasons in 14 years. Pretty amazing what he's done with this program.
Well, I'll tell you what, he hasn't always had the best talent available. He gets the most out of his guys. Sadler tries a three, no good. How tough is it for these guys coming off that excitement of getting ready to play toward the end of that game and then having an overtime period and you have to sit there on ice?
Yeah, I mean, you want to just get out there. You're tired of watching basketball. You want to get out and play. And I was just going to say from last night, I wrote it in my notes, is how does Santa Rosa come back after the win yesterday? You beat Cardinal Newman. That's a big win for the program. They're going to face them again later in the year, but getting a win against them early in the season, how do you come back today and try to regroup and beat a good Piner team?
Yeah, we'll find out. It's 1-0 right now. Goodwin with his first 3 of the night off the mark, and Erickson has the rebound for Piner. Adonis Gutierrez to the rack. San Ramon. Christian Gutierrez. Nothing will drop.
For Piner, just slowing down a little bit right now. They're getting some good looks, but just slow down, hit the bunnies.
Tyler Edwards flips it over to Andre Gaudreau. Santa Rosa will chew a little clock and try to get into their half-court game. Edwards will try a 3, and he hits the bottom of the net. The big man, Tyler Edwards. How about that?
Well, he must have been listening to me talk about the 28% from 3, and then he fires one with a man in his face. It was a good closeout.
There's a steal by Gaudreau, but it's taken back away. It's hit for tat. We're going to see a lot of that tonight. Adonis Gutierrez for 3.
And that's a good look, and Sadler set that up. Eyes up, sees his man down the floor, open, corner 3. That's a great look for Piner.
First basket of the night for the Prospectors. They are on the board. Great matchup, Goodwin and Erickson. There's Edwards trying another 3. Gets his own miss off the side of the backboard, and he's fouled by San Ramon, who has picked up his second. Went for the block. Didn't get it.
I was thinking before, as you can see here, and there he is, head up, sees his man, find the open man down court. Tom Fitchie, my head coach at Montgomery, always talked about get the ball up the floor if you see a man wide open, and right there does it perfectly. But I was just going to say, the guard play is going to be so big in this game, and now you got 2 early fouls. Can Santa Rosa kind of exploit Piner inside a little bit? I think Goodrow could get some good looks down at the low post.
I'm a little surprised that they're leaving San Ramon on the floor at this point with the 2 early ones. And if I'm not mistaken, Rylan, I could have sworn I saw Tom Fitchie on the JV bench at Montgomery coaching a little bit. Assistant coach Fitchie. I don't know what that's about.
I don't think he can stay away. I know he's always there whenever they're playing.
Scotty Erickson off the front rim. Adonis with an offensive rebound. Adonis puts it up, no good. Prospectors not shooting well here in the early going. Alan Baker had 9 points in the second half. Couple big threes against Cardinal Newman in that second half for the Panthers. And there he is to the rack. Great to have that kind of depth. And Coach Erickson says, okay, guys, we need to talk. Timeout taken, and it's a 30. Wow.
Well, Santa Rosa has such balanced scoring. You see Baker here. He's a captain on this team. You can just go through Baker, Goodrow, Garcia, who's out tonight on the starting lineup, Prince. You got Goodwin averaging 14 a game. I mean, you got so many guys who can score the basketball. For head coach Madison Lott, that's a huge luxury to have.
Take a look at the bracket. You see up at the top, Santa Rosa beat Cardinal Newman 72-67. They were up by double digits for much of the second half. And then Piner, fairly easy win by 12 over Mount Eden. Mount Eden, the 3rd place winner over Cardinal Newman in overtime. Santa Rosa caught fire in that 3rd quarter. Got up by 6, 8, 10, 12. Newman just couldn't stop the bleeding, and they came back. They made a game of it, but Santa Rosa fought them off at the end. And that one is thrown away by Sadler. So 3 turnovers by Piner. Santa Rosa created over 20 turnovers against Cardinal Newman, and that's very uncharacteristic of a Cardinal Newman team.
Yeah, Santa Rosa, they're averaging 18 steals a game this year, and there you go. It just made it tough on Sadler there to just get into Piner's set, and he just throws it away.
Panthers in the half-court set. Baker will try a 3. In and out. Erickson has his 3rd rebound.
The guards for Piner rebound so well. Erickson and Sadler are going to get in there. I love watching them on the defensive end and go and grab boards.
Yeah, Erickson reads the rim very well. Gutierrez mixes a point blank and finally got one to drop. Sometimes that's all you need is to get that first one to go down. Finally, Adonis does get one. He has all 5 of Piner's points here in this 1st quarter. Goodwin up top, swings it around to Baker. Nice movement. Jalen Prince open from 3, no good, and there's Chris Gutierrez. Talked about those rebounding guards. A lot of times being able to read that rim, knowing where the ball is going to come off, and there's an instinct to that I think that some guys have and some guys don't.
For sure, and it's so rare to see guards who can rebound the basketball, who can get their nose in there and grab at least 3, 4 a game, because it's a huge help to your big guys. And Piner, obviously, they don't have any real true bigs, so you're going to need those guys to go in there and grab some of those.
And I think a game that you can do as a drill in practice that I think really helps that is 21, where it's one-on-one on however many guys you have, and everybody's out for themselves, and you got to go for rebounds or you're never going to get the ball.
Absolutely. Look at Piner here, get into their set. Sadler, good kick.
There's Gutierrez. Off the mark. Baker skies for the board for Santa Rosa. And the Panthers will try to add to a 3-point lead. Goodrow gets it back to Baker. Nice cut back door by Leslie, but it's taken away by San Ramon. Taken back away. Here we go. Nice pass, good one. In and out. That was Emilio Campos. He hit one from almost that same spot last night that nearly hit the rafters. 2:45 to go here in the 1st. Championship game here of this Sonoma County Classic. Piner hasn't won it since 2004. That's a long dry spell for the Prospectors. Erickson, no good. Leslie has the rebound. Erickson almost reached in. Good one. Pass to Leslie. Panthers trying to work it. Goodwin behind the screen. Nice box out. Gutierrez has the rebound. Credit Sadler with creating that rebound for Christian Gutierrez.
Some tough looks right now for Santa Rosa offensively. Piner does a great job pushing up the floor, getting inside, and a great look. For Santa Rosa, I think you got to give Andre Goodrow a touch here and let him try and create it. He hasn't really had an opportunity so far. I think you got to let him kind of take over here.
There he is, on cue. And that last touch for Prospectors. 8-7, San Ramon scored that last basket for Piner. Baker gets a nice hand from the Santa Rosa crowd.
With Coach Erickson's teams, it always feels like he's going to have at least 3 to 4 guys who can come in the game and just flat out defend you. And it always feels like that with his teams. You know, he can go deep into his bench and he gets so much from players.
That I think really has been the key to his success, his ability not only to teach defense, but to get his players to buy in. There's Prince to Goodrow. Blocked by Sadler. Great defensive play by Jared Sadler. Herman, no good, and a push. I believe Monday gets caught on that one, going for the rebound. It is Jake Monday, who just checked in, picked up his first.
Sadler, great recovery after turning the ball over, able to make a nice defensive play and get it back for Piner. And I think both these teams right now relying a lot on the three. I've been surprised how many threes we've seen jacked up so far early in this one.
Campos guarded by Monday, 11 on 11. Campos got a great year playing for the Santa Rosa High football team as well. Shot clock under 10. Nice rebound, getting up for that one for Piner. Chet Walker. Walker had a good game last night. Made a couple transition baskets to help them along their way. And Prince fouls Sadler in the open floor.
So, talking about those threes again, and Santa Rosa on offense right now, I think I've counted maybe 1 3 that was a good, clean look, and it didn't go down. And I'm all for shooting good, clean threes, but right now Piner's closing out on the three-point line. I think for Santa Rosa, you got to work it around a little bit and try and get some better looks inside.
Panthers going for the steal. Campos sliding to the ground.
This is one of those games, just there's not a real feel to it. You don't really, for either team, you're trying to get into your offenses, there's turnovers, and it hasn't actually been as much of a frenzy as I thought it would be. But for both coaches, it's hard to sub in a game like this because you're not really sure kind of the way it's going to go. And obviously with a 1-point lead right now, anything could happen early in this one.
Sadler gets it to Jet Walker, who travels. 6 turnovers for Piner, 4 for Santa Rosa. We'll expect those numbers to climb as the night goes on. Goodwin brings it up now for Santa Rosa. 17 points last night, hit a couple threes, had some steals, made some great passes as well. Wide open underneath, Leslie, Baker found him.
For Coach Erickson, that's got to drive you crazy. 3 guys going for the basketball down, all of them pulling down.
Prospectors gonna have to hustle to get off a shot. Sadler pulls up, good look, didn't get it. And it's Santa Rosa by 3 after 1. Kind of what we expected, although neither team shot the basketball very well in that first half. We'll see if they can settle down and get it going offensively when we come back with the start of quarter number 2 in just a moment.
When you come to Oil Stop, we'll serve you and your passengers with a complimentary beverage. Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, coffee, tea, hot chocolate, hot cider, or even a bottle of cold, refreshing water. Want to check your emails, surf the web, or get some work done when you're in for service? Use our high-speed Wi-Fi. It's free. We'll also provide a free car wash with your oil change so your car looks as good as it runs. How convenient is that? Oil Stop. We're here to serve you.
Are you searching for a great high school experience? Cardinal Newman is the only Catholic college preparatory high school in Santa Rosa. Be a part of a community where you will be known and supported during these key years of growth. Be a part of a fun and positive student body who embraces challenge and responsibility through faith, academics, service, visual and performing arts, and competition. Learn how to apply at cardinalnewman.org.
Nice crowd packed in here to the Pioneer High School Gymnasium. I like to refer to it as the Mike Gaddy Memorial Gymnasium. One of these days, one of these days. Here we go, Erickson for Pioneer. Wearing their burgundy and gold, Santa Rosa in the white with orange and black trim. Herman up top for Pioneer. Trying to find Erickson. Erickson's looking to post up. He was skunked in that first quarter by the Panther defense. There's Christian Gutierrez. Look at the Panthers, a tie-up call. Possession arrow pointing Santa Rosa's way. Wow.
Just kind of chaos right now on both sides of the basketball. Kind of an ugly first quarter. Neither team really played that well. And again, I talked about it in the intro, but fundamentals are going to be the biggest key tonight for both these teams. Just catching and facing the basket, ripping through, make the easy pass, find the easy bucket, because they're there. And so far early, both these teams are taking some tough contested shots.
Down the lane, Baker, and one. Allen Baker to the rack, scores for the Panthers.
I've been really impressed with Baker early in this one. Stepped out, hit a three early. Now he got his man on his hip. Will go to the rack, uses the right hand. Gets
and he does complete the old-fashioned 5 points for Baker, and it's a 6-point lead. Almost over and back. He didn't come all the way across. He was splitting it. Erickson to Gutierrez. Adonis Gutierrez, 4-3, rattles it in and out, and Edwards comes down with his second rebound of the night. Leslie, wide open, short, and Jet Walker has it.
Both sides, Pioneer contested three, Goodrow with a good closeout, and then Santa Rosa takes a quick one.
Guarded by Goodrow. Hasn't had a good look so far. There's Christian Gutierrez up top. Jet Walker tries a three. Prospectors ice cold from the outside. Herman now finds Erickson up top. Erickson tries to create to the rack, and Goodrow swats it out of bounds. Oh my goodness. Erickson's signature move is to drive in there and flip it up with that left hand, and Goodrow was ready for it.
Coach Erickson right now, as you see here, Sky going to the rack, trying to flip it up. But for Pioneer, it's all about spacing. They got 5 guys on the right side of the floor there, and they just kind of seem out of whack on offense.
Takeaway by Baker, and he's fouled in the open floor. Panthers up by 6. And Santa Rosa hasn't won this tournament since 1987.
This is a program heading in the right direction. Like we said, the NBL very open. They're a valid candidate to win the NBL Oak this year.
I was still a young man in 1987.
It was 8 years from being born. So.
Yeah, don't rub it in. Don't rub it in. Goodrow up top. Baker spinning, flips it up, no good. San Ramon is fouled going for the rebound. I'm sure if Baker gets caught there, yes it is, Alan Baker with his first personal foul.
Sadler helped out and then was able to recover, gave a great contest. And that's great pack line defense for Pioneer.
Sadler handling the press, finds Erickson open. Goodrow comes in and bumps him. This time he took it all the way in, and Erickson gets his first basket of the night.
Well, for Pioneer, it's been open a couple times. They've had multiple guys down the floor and just haven't had eyes up, and that was a tough pass for Sadler. I don't know how he got that to Erickson, and then Erickson able to finish it off, but if Pioneer can just kind of face up and look down the floor, they'll get some deep passes and find guys open for layups.
And almost a takeaway did turn it over. Piner's going to have the ball. Madison Lott showing some concern as Santa Rosa commits their 5th turnover of the ball game. Erickson to San Ramon now. 5:20 to go here in this second quarter. Erickson up top, drives, flips it up. Baker keeps it alive for Santa Rosa. Taken away. San Ramon has it. Nice crossover. Goudreau blocks another shot. And now San Ramon is fouled.
Andre went straight up. It was a good contest. I believe the foul is going to be on Tyler Edwards here.
Yes, it is. His first. Herman checks out, gets a hand from the crowd. Yeah, the one thing that Coach Erickson has had year after year is a small, scrappy squad, other than the years when they had Luke Devaney, who was a true big man. There's Gutierrez. He's made it work.
Well, I was going back and looking. I believe it was Devaney and Mario Pascal, Andrew Ford. That team was in the championship game in 08. That was the last time Piner, I believe, was in the championship.
Blocked by Sadler. Piner to take the lead. Sadler tries the baseball pass again, doesn't get it through the defense. San Ramon up to Erickson. Erickson hasn't had a look from 3. They're doing a great job of riding him everywhere he goes. Sadler down the lane with the left hand, and Piner is on top for the first time tonight. Timeout taken by Santa Rosa as the Prospectors get it going offensively finally.
And Sadler, saw him a couple times last year and just went right into the contact, saw the mismatch with Edwards on him, and then flipped it up with the left hand, and he got bumped hard there. It was not an easy finish, and now he'll have a chance to get a 3-point play. As you see him here, get the basketball, Erickson has it, Piner kind of moves it around. And the Prospectors getting into the flow of the offense at least a little bit more, but if you're Coach Erickson, you're not entirely happy with how this first half has gone.
Sadler, the look of ecstasy on his face as he is finally able to find an opening. Take a look at the standings right now. Santa Rosa 13-2, they're on top. And there you see the last time they won it, 86-87. Piner 97-2001. 5 straight years they won it, and they've won it 7 times overall.
You got 5 teams with at least 9 wins in the NBLO too. I mean, it's pretty impressive, and it's going to be so wide open.
And I've said it before, I'll say it again. Why isn't Hillsburg in the Oak this year, for crying out loud? There's Adonis Gutierrez. Goodwin has the rebound. Grant Goodwin, pretty move. Oh my goodness. He made a move similar to that last night with the left hand.
Well, he had 3 Piner defenders trailing him right on him. And I was thinking this is not going to end well, and then the silky smooth touch with the left hand on the opposite side. It was impressive.
Santa Rosa thought that was a straight throwaway. It did look like it caromed off someone or something. Look at this, throw up the left hand.
And Sadler got some of the backboard too when he tried to block it. The hoop started to move a little bit.
That's a guy who's played a lot of horse right there. Getting that English on that with the left hand.
Oh yeah.
H-O-R, that's what I just got on that shot. Prince with the steal. Prince trying to gather himself in traffic right there. Kind of a shuffle step right there. Santa Rosa's going to hang on. Goodwin's going to pull it back up top now for the Panthers, guarded by Jacob Monday. Baker in the corner. Prince open for 3. Hits it. Jalen Prince.
5-out offense for Santa Rosa, and they get a decent look for 3 from the right wing from Prince. And Santa Rosa right now, they're starting to find a little momentum on offense.
7-0 run after the timeout, and Prince got a little piece of Gutierrez on the wrist, and Gutierrez will shoot 2. Got That's the second on Jalen Prince. Fouls starting to rack up. Kind of what you'd expect.
Again, contested three. It wasn't a bad look there for Prince, as Gutierrez was right there, though, had a hand in his face.
Christian at the line. Gutierrez has been such a steady force for this team for the last few years. This in his senior year, hoping to get out of here with a Sonoma County Classic championship under his belt. Got one of two. There's Goodwin with a spin on Erickson, and Erickson fouled him.
Erickson just getting a little too physical. If you're Goodwin, he made a nice move in transition, hasn't really been able to get anything else going offensively, and a lot of that has to do with Erickson and Sadler. Those guys are going to get down on defense and guard you. And if I was a guard in this game, I wouldn't want to face those two guys just because they're so physical and sometimes a little too physical, like Erickson just was. And you got to be careful. You don't want to pick up the fouls. It's just his first, though, so he'll be all right.
Goodwin makes it a 6-point lead. Goodwin's one of those guys that can be kind of quiet for a while and then all of a sudden get a flurry of baskets in a hurry. He has 4 points so far tonight, and the lead is now 7 with just under 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the half. Prospectors turn it over again. Prince doesn't get this one. Gutierrez has the rebound. 5 rebounds for Chris Gutierrez. The Panthers run that trap well, but look at Sadler, wide open. Scotty Erickson finds him standing all alone under the basket and makes the pass.
And as a coach, this is a tough game to be in if you're Coach Erickson, because you can see what's going on down the floor, but your players can't. And finally, Piner able to get their head up, and again, another layup.
I remember seeing Santa Rosa early on against Petaluma in the Rose City, and you could see kind of flashes of this. I'm not sure if the players fully believed in the concept and what the defense was going to do for them. And since then, they have just really, now you can tell everybody on the floor knows the plan and is up for it.
Yeah, and it's just kind of all-out chaos. You don't really know who's going to come and double. If you're on offense, you kind of just have to always be aware and looking at that second guy coming over to get rid of the ball quickly.
Erickson with a nice follow basket to make it 22-19, and Goodwin is fouled. He'll shoot 3 freebies. Grant Goodwin going to the line. Erickson got him out beyond the arc.
A quick three, and quickly Erickson gets 2 fouls. As Goodwin was kind of stepping into that three, and so he just kind of got him on the elbow just a little bit.
And Goodwin gets the first. 3 in a row for Goodwin. Let's see if we can see it. Not much contact there, I'll tell you. Might have got him a little bit on the elbow just after the shot.
Santa Rosa, Madison Lott, after Piner had that layup off the press break, he wanted them to go, and this tempo is always go with this team, right? Even on made baskets, they want to beat you down the floor and score quick. They've been settling for a lot of threes, but worked out there for Goodwin, who stepped into one, got fouled.
And a steal for Leslie and a lay-in. Look out, do not blink. That's 9 turnovers, and the lead is 8. Sadler fouled by Campos coming up the floor. And the thing I noticed about Santa Rosa last night in terms of their defense is you never get a break. You never have an opportunity to just casually dribble the ball. There was always somebody on you.
No, and it was a great job. Dylan Leslie there kind of baited him into that. He came over like he was going to come into the double and get Sadler, and then he kind of retreated back, and by that point Sadler had already released the pass.
Sadler misses an offensive rebound though for Christian Gutierrez. 6 rebounds, 5 points for Christian. Approaching the 1-minute mark. Prince has to hustle after that one. Panthers are going to slow things down a little bit here.
Here's the matchup you're looking for. Goodwin against Erickson. He's not going to budge.
Offensive foul called on Goodwin that time.
And he's playing with 2 fouls. Erickson, Goodwin was trying to get him to pick up his 3rd, but able to stay down, play honest defense. And where is Piner going to get the basketball on the floor here? See, each time they're trying to inbound and they're going to those corners, and Santa Rosa is going to come over and double it every single time. You got to get the ball in a favorable spot on the floor so you can get your head up and look. And Piner just hasn't been able to do that, and give Santa Rosa credit for baiting him into it. Now you got 2 guards here with a chance to maybe get it, one at one of the elbows maybe. See what they do. They're not going to guard the inbounder.
They get it across this time. Wide open underneath. Herman doesn't take the shot, gets it to Sadler. Sadler drives and got the roll. Passed up the 3, got the 2, much higher percentage shot. And it's a 4-point lead. It looks like Santa Rosa now will hold on for the final shot of the quarter as the shot clock is off here at the Piner High School Gymnasium.
5 out here for Santa Rosa. Waiting for the clock to run down. Now a little ball screen action.
Down the lane, no good. Sadler has it. That was Trevion Prince. Gutierrez gets it off at the buzzer. Chris Gutierrez, 4-3. And the Prospectors have a spring in their step as they head into the locker room despite what had to be a very frustrating first half of play for them.
Well, and give Jake Herman credit on the other end. He came over and helped on the pick and roll, able to force a tough shot for Santa Rosa, and then Piner able to push ahead, and that's a nice way to go in the half for the Prospectors, who really didn't feel good on offense at all in this first half.
Great job by Gutierrez as he recognized that he had time to take the shot. So 27-26 as we get ready to head to the halftime break. It is Santa Rosa by 1 over the Piner Prospectors. And the Prospectors have a...
When you come to Oil Stop, we'll serve you and your passengers with a complimentary beverage. Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, coffee, tea, hot chocolate, hot cider, or even a bottle of cold, refreshing water. Want to check your emails, surf the web, or get some work done when you're in for service? Use our high-speed Wi-Fi. It's free. We'll also provide a free car wash with your oil change so your car looks as good as it runs. How convenient is that? Oil Stop, we're here to serve you.
Are you searching for a great high school experience? Cardinal Newman is the only Catholic college preparatory high school in Santa Rosa. Be a part of a community where you will be known and supported during these key years of growth. Be a part of a fun and positive student body who embraces challenge and responsibility through faith, academics, service, visual and performing arts, and competition. Learn how to apply at cardinalnewman.org.
For over 80 years, George Peterson Insurance has been protecting our community, helping businesses and individuals get the right coverage for their needs. We are proud to expand our presence to Marin County with the Minto and Wilkie and Allen, Bettini and Carter agencies located in San Rafael. We are excited for the opportunity to continue to grow our personal and employer resources and services in the North Bay. We are still committed to this promise to all Northern California.
We've got your back. George Peterson Insurance.
For AAU basketball at its best, it's Express Basketball Club, the place for young players to learn the fundamentals and advanced skills for high school and beyond.
All right, the teams are out of the locker room and getting ready for the second half of this Sonoma County Classic Championship. Dave Cox and Rylan Cobry bringing you the action. It's time now to look at some halftime highlights. First up, the Piner Prospectors off to kind of a slow start, but they've gotten back in the game.
Yeah, when you got two guards like Sadler and Erickson, talked a lot about them tonight, you're in every single ball game. And it's kind of funny because I think the message is probably similar from both coaches. For Piner, you're saying, hey, we didn't play that well, we're only down one. And for Madison Santa Rosa, you're saying, hey, we didn't play that well, we're only up by one right now. We could be up by a lot more. So it'll be interesting to see how both these teams adjust offensively, because it just kind of felt fragmented in that first half, as you can see some of these highlights for Piner. And they had some good looks early, and then they kind of started to get away from what they do, but just looking up the floor and finding open men really helped them out late, as you see Gutierrez with the late three.
Yeah, that was huge, hitting that three at the buzzer to make it a 1-point game. Santa Rosa, a lot of free throws from them. They hit 8 of 9 in the first half, but doing what they do best, creating havoc. Tyler Edwards had a nice three-point basket.
Yeah, Edwards came out early, hit that big three, and Santa Rosa kind of was relying on the three early in this game, and then they started to kind of get away from that, as you can see here. Baker really showed me a lot in that first half. I thought he was solid. You got a guy down out of the starting lineup today in Garcia. Baker, who's a captain on this team, stepped up, and Prince hitting that right wing three for Santa Rosa. You know, both these teams, you can tell why they're here and why they played so well in the first two games. And this third game, it's a championship atmosphere. Look, they know they've got league play coming up, but this means a lot. Don't think that this doesn't mean something for both these teams. They want to win 3 games in 3 days, and if you can do that, yeah, you really prove something to everybody else in the North Bay League.
No doubt about that. So it's Santa Rosa by 1 at the half. We'll be back with the start of the third quarter in this championship game at the Piner High School Gymnasium in just a moment.
Looking to buy or sell wine country, ranch, and vineyard property? Vice Properties, with over 75 years of combined experience, can make it happen. Vice Properties specializes in North Bay ranch and vineyard properties with in-depth local knowledge and relationships unparalleled in wine country. Vice Properties can also help with commercial, investment, and residential properties. We know the market. Let us help you get the best deal possible. Call Vice Properties today or go to viceproperties.com.
Christofferson Builders, committed to rebuilding Sonoma County better than ever. From plan selection to home completion, nothing replaces knowledge and experience. Christofferson Builders, visionaries and industry leaders since 1978.
Here we go. Grab some popcorn and get settled in for the second half of this one, because it looks like it's going to be a good one here in the Sonoma County Classic Championship for 2018. Our final live broadcast of the year, and it has been a fun ride. 2018 here on YSN 365 has been a good one. Prince with a steal. Good one out in front of the pack with some easy money to start the second half. Teams had 15 turnovers between the two of them. 9 of those by Piner. Rebounding edge was to Piner, 19-10. They both hit 2 threes in the first half. I mentioned Santa Rosa was 8 of 9 from the free throw line as Adonis Gutierrez slashes to the rack.
Great job by Piner, spreading the floor out, and then Gutierrez able to get it. No one in front of him, takes it all the way to the rack.
Piner was 2 of 3 from the free throw line in the first half of play. Back to a 1-point game. It's going to be that kind of second half. Goodwin with a little ball fake. Continues on his way. Prince is feeling it after hitting that 1-3. Good one, right with Erickson. Erickson playing some good defense that time, and he gets the rebound. Chris Gutierrez fouled by Gaudreau. Caught Gaudreau a little off balance that time, trying to retreat.
Yeah, long three, long rebound, and then Piner able to push. Get an early foul as they try to get in transition. I think Santa Rosa, we talked about kind of coming off last night, the big win over Cardinal Newman. I think early in this game they kind of felt the effects of that. Now they're starting to finally get in the tempo, at least towards the end of that first half. That looked like.
Leslie loses the handle on that rebound. Piner's going to keep the possession here.
You think about how tough it is for both these teams to win 3 games in 3 days, just with the way they play and how physical both of them are, especially Piner. They are so physical, and they get down on defense. At Santa Rosa, obviously, they're running around the floor. They got to be in great shape.
I'm calling for Monday off. Obviously, Sunday, you're going to have a day off. I'm calling for Monday
you
off,
need two, especially with league play coming up. You want everybody healthy.
Yeah, but you can't rest too much because, like you said, league play, NBL Oak, they've already played 1 league game, which is kind of unusual at this time of year, but that's the way the schedule has worked out with the early start. Chris Gutierrez with a takeaway. 7 turnovers now by Santa Rosa. We'll see if Piner can get over the hump and take the lead.
Good job by Sadler, getting the basketball back, setting up the offense.
Sadler bounces it to San Ramon, but right there is the defense. Baker stepped on the line after the block. Double team converged and blocked that shot. Piner will hang on, however. 20 seconds on the shot clock. And Piner throws it away.
Well, looking for the elevator screen to get a good look from 3 and couldn't even get the inbounds in. It's tough because he would have been open right at the top of the key probably. Think about Santa Rosa. Win tonight, it's their highest win total already in 5 seasons with a win tonight. I mean, think about where this program has been and a chance to really make a statement and be a force, I think, this year in the North Bay League, as we talked about.
It's going to be quite a league race, no question about that. Adonis Gutierrez finds Erickson, and he got it. That's a shooter's roll right there. 7 points for Scotty, and Piner leads by 1.
It's a great job by Erickson slashing through the lane, and then Gutierrez with his head up to find him inside.
Goudreau underneath. Gutierrez plays nice defense on him.
And Gutierrez guarded him well tonight. Goudreau, who's Santa Rosa's go-to guy offensively, just hasn't really been able to get in rhythm and hasn't had a lot of great looks or chances to get great looks.
Chance for Piner to gain some momentum. Taking their time, looking for a good shot. Erickson, foul from 3.
And I'm laughing because it's the reverse, right? I mean, the first half, Goodwin had that 3, and Erickson kind of bumped him. We didn't really see where the foul was. That one a little more clear there as Goodwin got him, and that's going to be his second.
So we'll see if Erickson can return the favor. We saw Goodwin hit all 3 of his freebies after Scotty fouled him. For 2.
Yesterday, Piner 12 of 13 from the free throw line in that 4th quarter, able to seal it and get a win to get here today. And Erickson holds the line, buries all 3.
There you have it. So that evens that one out. The lead is 4. Stepped on the line, Goudreau. Gutierrez, Adonis Gutierrez fouled the inbounder. It was Caleb Loeb.
And Piner here, it kind of feels like they smell a little blood. Going with the pressure, see if they can take advantage here after the foul and getting the 3 free throws.
Goudreau going hard to the rack, and he's fouled by Sadler. Little clear out there for Goudreau, gave him a lane, and he gets Sadler to pick up the personal foul.
Well, Goudreau's so lanky, and he can handle the ball for if you want to call him a big, but he can play all over the floor. He got right to the rack, he's got great speed, and a nice shooting touch at the line.
Goudreau gets them both.
Santa Rosa has shot the ball well at the free throw line for a team on the season, shooting 56%.
Monday has it. Into the Corner it goes. Adonis Gutierrez off the mark. Monday hustles after the ball. Nice rebound for Jacob. There's Sadler underneath. Didn't get it with the left hand. Goodrow pulls down the board. It's his third.
Tough possession there for Piner because Monday got two 50-50 balls, and then they had another good look. And Sadler, who likes to go to that left hand, just not able to convert.
Low three. Gutierrez with another rebound. He's got 8 boards, leading both teams in that category. San Ramon takes that pass in front of Leslie. Taken away by Goodwin, and he's fouled by San Ramon. That will be his third. Grant Goodwin, you gotta watch that guy. He's a pickpocket.
And great hands there. He was playing low. He was in help. His man was in the corner, and he was kind of low down there on the baseline. I don't think he saw him. And able to just quickly get his hand in there, and drew a foul right after he got the basketball. Just a frustration foul there for Piner. High pick and roll here, Goodrow. And good win.
Loeb doesn't get it. Sadler has the rebound. Scotty Erickson bringing it up the floor now for Piner. Double team. He recognizes it, gets it to Sadler. Herman now finds Monday underneath. Monday can't get it to drop. Gutierrez lost the handle.
And that's just good offense, though, for Piner. They saw the double, they moved the ball, made 4 passes, got it around, a little floater for Monday, and you'll live with that. Because you're going to get more of those looks if you continue to get the ball to the open man, and that's exactly what Piner did.
Earlier today, Mount Eden took the 3rd place game. Las Lomas, the consolation championship, and Drake, the 7th place game. Congratulations to all 3 of those teams for winning today. Leslie bumped. Herman got him.
I'd like to see more of the high pick and roll with Goodrow and Goodwin. Let those two guys kind of create. They're both good offensive players. Goodwin, just the last time they tried it, just really weren't in a good spot on the floor. But see how Piner defends it. Santa Rosa hasn't gone to it a lot. Here's the All-American play. Try and get Goodwin a 3, and now they'll go inside to Goodrow.
Goodrow up strong over Gutierrez. Nice basket for Andre Goodrow.
He's had a tough time inside tonight. It's been good defense by Gutierrez. That was a nice move.
Erickson starts right, goes left, got it, and one. Scotty Erickson with a huge play.
Man, those two guys, so physical. That was, again, look at the contact here. He spins back, gets inside, drew it, and able to get it high off glass.
Leslie picked up that personal.
Those two guys, you really got to hit them if you want to make sure they're not going to finish it. Because if they get at the rim and you just lightly touch them, they're going to make it every time.
Herman got the rebound after the miss. Oh, nice pass. Gutierrez on the wing, no good. Sadler right there for the follow, and it won't go.
Piner's had a couple good looks that they just haven't been able to put down.
2-point lead for Piner. Goodrow in traffic, and he travels. Good double team right there. They would not let him through it.
The flow of this game's kind of changed a little bit. I think a lot of it is because Piner's starting to get into their offense a little more, and I think Santa Rosa, when they are best on offense, it's when they're causing turnovers, and they just haven't really been able to do that as much. And so you can see they're kind of stalling on offense a bit.
Yeah, Piner's had a very good plan in terms of handling the double team and the pressure. Gutierrez, no good. And he'll stay with Piner.
Again, another good look. Able to get it to go down. Santa Rosa, they've been able to recover late a few times to make it at least a little more difficult for Piner.
Monday to Erickson up top. Emilio Campos guarding Scott. Piner working it around patiently. 1:35 to go in the 3rd. Herman over the rim. Barely got that to fall. But it drops to make it a 4-point lead for the Prospectors.
How about the adjustment at the rim? Able to kind of swerve his body and then using the left hand. Nice finish.
Coming Coming up at the conclusion of tonight's game, we will have an interview with our tournament MVP. Be great to meet whoever comes away with that is Dylan Leslie. Sticks one from the corner and makes it a 1-point game. Big basket there for Dylan Leslie. Sadler trying to get loose underneath. Monday has it now and finds Scotty Erickson. Leslie staying with him. Erickson backs it out, looking for a lane. Finds one. Monday, wide open, three. No good. Adonis Gutierrez. Monday somehow gets in there for the rebound. Erickson thought about the three. Instead, he drives to the lane and scores with the left hand. 14 points now for Scotty Erickson.
Felt like twice there Santa Rosa was going to cause a turnover, and they just weren't able to finish off the play, and Piner able to get a nice look.
Santa Rosa's going to hold on for the final shot of the quarter. 39-36. They can tie it with a three. Goodwin tries to get inside for a two. No good. Adonis to Monday, but can't get it off in time. And it's a very good third quarter for the Piner Prospectors as they now lead this thing by three.
And a much better third quarter, I think, for at least for Piner than we saw in the first half from them. At least there was more of a feel to the game. Piner able to get in their offense. What is Santa Rosa going to do? How are they going to adjust for this fourth quarter and try and get themselves back out in front?
Oh, we've got a good one here at the Piner High School Gymnasium. It is 39-36 after three. The final 8 minutes coming up next.
Tonight's game is presented by Lux Metals Incorporated, providing high-quality commercial and residential metal fabrication since 1971. For custom exterior designs or fabulous interiors, Lux Metals is the perfect choice for your home or business. Lux Metals Incorporated. We make it our business to make it our best.
When you come to Oil Stop, we'll serve you and your passengers with a complimentary beverage. Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, coffee, tea, hot chocolate, hot cider, or even a bottle of cold, refreshing water. Want to check your emails, surf the web, or get some work done when you're in for service? Use our high-speed Wi-Fi. It's free. We'll also provide a free car wash with your oil change so your car looks as good as it runs. How convenient is that? Oil Stop. We're here to serve you.
Craig McMillan, Brett Page, Craig McMillan, former Cloverdale Eagle. They won the first three Sonoma County Classics, 82, 83, 84. He and Craig Berman playing for the Eagles, won a couple state titles as well. Goodwin with a rebound for Santa Rosa on the offensive side.
Madison Lott drawing up a good play. They got a good look from three. We'll get another chance there for Goodwin.
Gutierrez has 9 rebounds. He's heading for double-double territory. Who will win this Sonoma County Classic Championship for 2018? The local team for the first time in 3 years. Gutierrez for three. 14 points now for Chris Gutierrez, and it's a 6-point lead for Piner. Prince, no good. Gutierrez does have the double-double as he comes down with his 10th rebound of the night. Oh, and he's open again. Adonis on the line, didn't get it, and out of bounds it goes. Surprised Gutierrez didn't pull up right there after he hit the three from almost the same spot earlier.
And a great job by Piner there. You got to give Sadler credit too, because Sadler slipped, and both players, and when I say slipped, I don't mean he slipped on the floor. When the screen was set, he kind of went behind it, and then Gutierrez popped out. Both defenders went to Sadler, and Gutierrez was open for three and able to knock it down.
Leslie stripped away by Gutierrez. It'll stay with Santa Rosa, however. San Ramon and Erickson will check back in now for the Piner Prospectors. Cloverdale won the first three. Newman has won the most. They've won 9 times in this tournament, followed by Piner with 7 Sonoma County Classic championships under their belt. Trying to make it number 8 right here in 2018. Goodwin's going to have to hurry. Finally does flip that up to Baker. And Baker comes through the lane, almost a travel. Coach Erickson thought so. Gives the emphatic roll of the hands, but instead it is a foul call. I believe it went against, no, it goes against Sadler. That's 3 on Sadler, and Alan Baker at the line.
And Baker kind of put his head down there and just to get his way all the way to the cup, and Sadler late. He was backpedaling, and I know he didn't like the foul, but whenever you're backpedaling like that, a lot of times, more times than not at least, the official's going to call that. He kind of swiped his hand in there.
Baker got them both. 7 points now for Alan Baker, and a timeout taken on the floor right here with 6:33 to go. It's a 30-second timeout.
We're watching that Cardinal Newman Mount Eden game before this, and I thought the pace was going to be even crazier. But then the last, I mean, they went to overtime in that game, and talk about not getting good looks either team. And Cardinal Newman able to make it come back, but not able to kind of finish the job there late.
Here's the NBL Oaks overall records. A lot of these teams are either 1-0 and 0-1 after league play began. But you see down in the bottom right corner, Santa Rosa 86, 87, Piner 5 times in a row from 97 to 2001, and then back-to-back 2003, 2004. I just want to see Hillsburg on that list to the left. Hillsburg.
And Hillsburg's so talented this year, too.
There's Erickson to the rack. Scotty Erickson has 16 points now, and the lead is 6 for Piner.
Yesterday he had 18. Today's come back, played much better in the second half.
Hillsburg was playing in the Windsor Shootout Championship today. I think that started a little after us, or we might have caught up with them, being that we went into overtime in the third place game. Not sure how that game's going. I'm sure somebody will text me after saying that. That shot way off the mark.
Santa Rosa, you can tell, a little bit fatigued right now. And Piner will see if they can take advantage.
Windsor lost to Fortuna 65-45. That was the third place game as Herman gets a basket, and Piner is starting to make some moves.
Santa Rosa just not having that same effectiveness with the pressure as they did in that first half, and Piner started to handle it much better.
Goodwin flips it up and in. Grant Goodwin has 11 points now for the Santa Rosa Panthers. There's Isidro Garcia wearing that sling after being injured last night, and Coach Erickson will take a timeout right here. 5:02 to go. We'll step aside ourselves. It is 46-40 Piner over Santa Rosa here in the Sonoma County Classic Championship game on YSN365.com.
For over 80 years, George Peterson Insurance has been protecting our community, helping businesses and individuals get the right coverage for their needs. We are proud to expand our presence to Marin County with the Minto and Wilkie and Allen, Bettini and Carter agencies located in San Rafael. We are excited for the opportunity to continue to grow our personal and employer resources and services in the North Bay. We are still committed to this promise to all Northern California.
We've got your back. George Peterson Insurance.
For AAU basketball at its best, it's Express Basketball Club, the place for young players to learn the fundamentals and advanced skills for high school and beyond.
Santa Rosa Panthers trying to regroup. They led throughout most of the first half, and then Piner took over here in the third and now the fourth quarter, but it is just a 6-point lead for the Prospectors. Piner has done a much better job taking care of the basketball in the second half.
Yeah, they've just been able to get in their sets and kind of just settle down. It just felt like they were never able to take a deep breath and kind of look at the situation. They've done that much better in this second half.
Only 3 turnovers since the intermission by Piner. Great to be bringing you the action live here tonight on YSN365.com and YSN365 TV. If you haven't seen YSN 365 TV yet, check it out right on the homepage where we bring you games from the past and present, live streaming 24/7. I'm still digging through the boxes, trying to find some oldies but goodies. I found a few classics.
Well, this one hopefully will be a classic. Throw that one on
An
there, right?
instant classic. Yeah. It'll be on there. Yeah, I show all the present games for sure, but then it's 24 hours a day, so I got to fill it up with other stuff like the old ones. There's a nice steal by San Ramon, and Edwards got him. Haven't seen Edwards on the floor much in the second half. Got Santa Rosa up to a pretty good start, actually. Hit a 3 early on and got a few rebounds.
A little shove after the play, too. You got to be careful there. You don't want to pick up a tee here and give Piner any opportunities to extend this lead. Already at 6, but you can tell they can feel like they're closing in on this thing. They can continue to run good offense.
They really haven't shot well all night long. Gutierrez has hit a couple threes, but that's about it. Sadler shuffles his feet. That's the 4th turnover of the second half for them, 13th on the night.
Piner gets into trouble sometimes. It feels like on offense they're just kind of clumping together and the spacing isn't great. Right there, Sadler with the left-handed hook, but he traveled before he could get there, but the spacing, again, not great.
Spin and no good. And played some old Piner games from way back in the day. I'm teasing Coach Erickson a little bit about how nice he used to dress, had his shirt all tucked in back in the day. 28 years later, man, I'm wearing the shirt out. I'm being comfortable.
That black shirt has been a staple in this community for a long time.
Oh, yeah. You tried to tell me I still look the same as some of those old ones, and I'm like, nah, I look like I'm about 15 in a lot of those old games. Addison Lott intensely looking on right here. He is assisted by Ruben Knowles, another guy who's been a head coach at LCL and El Molino, and done a nice job with that program. In fact, a lot of the old games I showed from the 2005-2006 season featured LCL and winning a lot of games back in the day, and a travel call now that goes against Santa Rosa. Back when they had the big man Jacob Noisat, Donald Peoples, Eddie Chavez. That was great LCL teams, 2005-2006. Coach Lott not too happy with the officiating right now.
Well, that was a tough one. The one before I can understand, but that one, Goodwin was getting pressured the whole time. I didn't think it was a travel. I thought it was going to be a foul call, actually.
And there is a foul call on Prince, and that's 3 on Jalen Prince. Things starting to slightly come unraveled on Santa Rosa. This next minute and a half will be very key for the Panthers. Erickson almost went backcourt with that. Steal by Goodwin. Read that like a book. Goodwin, nice slash, and he's fouled. Wow.
And that's just great agility, able to get back over to the right side of the floor at the contact. And I think Goodwin, he knows he's going to have to take over here late with the way Santa Rosa's offense has been struggling. As you see here, look at that, just kind of almost a jump cut to get himself back over to that right side.
He has been solid from the line tonight.
So they expend a lot of energy with Erickson on top of him this entire game. And you can tell what he can do on offense. He's going to be one of the best players in the NBL this year.
And he got the second one. 13 points now for Grant Goodwin. Tightens things up just a bit. Sadler finds Erickson all alone underneath. Great look. 18 points now for Scotty Erickson. Under 3 minutes to go in this championship game. Goudreau tries to get it to Goodwin, but Erickson takes it away. Erickson to the rack, got it. 20 points for Scotty Erickson. Timeout, Santa Rosa. Erickson goes on a nice run. First, Sadler found him wide open, beat the double team and laid it in. And then Erickson comes up with a steal and goes the length of the floor for the basket. Here he comes right here with the pick.
Drove, thought about settling for that 3 and drove inside, and Erickson able to take it away. And Piner again, Sadler and Erickson, those two guys able to extend this lead to 8 right now, and Piner can kind of feel it. And you know, in the first half they had guys open, right? There was guys open down the floor, and I'm starting to wonder. There's been a couple times tonight where they've been close to that Piner bench and they found guys wide open. And I think it's because Coach Erickson's right there, able to tell them when their eyes aren't able to see it. And right before Erickson got the layup on the steal, had the easy layup, the Sadler fed him. So Piner able to find that open man. And I think for Santa Rosa, you can tell just the tempo they play at, they're starting to wear down a little bit. And can they kind of muster up some energy for 2 minutes and 43 seconds to get themselves back into this game? Still just an 8-point game, so plenty of time left.
So here we go. 50-42. Big possession for the Panthers. A 2 would be nice, a 3 even better. Goudreau finds good one. He'll try the 3. Off the front rim, no good. He got a very good look, although it was deep. And here comes Sadler behind the back. Almost a steal for Goudreau. Panthers are going to have to start thinking about fouling, and they do, but unfortunately, it's while Gutierrez is shooting, and he'll have a chance for a 3-point play.
And again, Piner has just been able to adjust to that pressure. First half, they were kind of stymied by it, but now really starting to just move the basketball, find the open man. I've said it a million times tonight, but that's been the key in this game, and Piner's been able to do that. Gutierrez able, great body control inside too. And he's been solid tonight on both ends of the floor, having to guard Goudreau. Piner's got a lot of weapons offensively with the 2 guards. Gutierrez. Also got Adonis as well, who can play. So this Piner team is going to come into their own. This might be one of those games where Piner, late in the season looks back and said this was kind of the turning point where we started to really feel good offensively. And they're going to have to deal with this kind of pressure night in and night out in the NBL.
Trying to get the clock straightened out. I think they do now have that taken care of as Gutierrez fires away and completes the old-fashioned 17 points for Gutierrez. A double-double on the championship night. Biggest lead of the night for either squad. It's 11. But hang on, Alan Baker.
Come on, you knew that was coming.
It's a 3. And a quick timeout taken. So we'll step aside here momentarily. Santa Rosa trying to hang in there. 53-45 with 1:55 to play. Looking to buy or sell wine country, ranch, and vineyard property? Vice Properties, with over 75 years of combined experience, can make it happen. Vice Properties specializes in North Bay ranch and vineyard properties with in-depth local knowledge and relationships unparalleled in wine country. Vice Properties can also help with commercial, investment, and residential properties. We know the market. Let us help you get the best deal possible. Call Vice Properties today or go to viceproperties.com. Sadler fouled quickly. Santa Rosa's at that point where they've got to start to foul. Here's that last basket for the Panthers, a much needed 3 by Alan Baker.
Baker hit one of those earlier in the night. Come up big, keep Santa Rosa in it, missed there, and Piner would have really started to work it on offense, just move it around. But the way Santa Rosa plays, they're play the foul game here for the next 2 minutes, so we'll be here at least another 30 minutes, right there.
Yes, indeed. Sadler hasn't scored a lot tonight, but he's done a lot of things well for the Prospectors, including hitting 2 clutch free throws right there. The lead is 10.
See Piners closing out on the three-point line.
Yeah, Baker misses that one badly. Leslie tried to hustle after it, save it, couldn't do it. They will be forced to foul again. Goodwin tries to pick Gutierrez, can't do it. Now the Prospectors will just play keep away. And they'll put Erickson at the line.
Piner shot the ball well at the free throw line, did it yesterday. They've done so again today.
Big performance for Scott Erickson here in this championship.
He's watched a lot of these Sonoma County Classic games. You know that growing up around this gym, being around his dad.
Goudreau left side. Gutierrez takes it away. Minute 15 to go, 12-point lead. Santa Rosa may call off the Dogs at this point, and Scott Erickson takes a timeout. 10 seconds to shoot, 1:05 to play. And the crowd here at Piner High School is starting to feel it. It's a full timeout. Give me a chance to thank our sponsors for making this possible. This great Sonoma County Classic. We're able to cover 4 games live over the last 2 days. And we really appreciate the support from the business community. If you'd like to get involved, give us a call. Go to the website, hit the contact button, and find out how you can be a YSN365.com sponsor. Needless to say, we have a great audience, very loyal, large audience, including the folks down at Victory House at Epicenter, featured on the big screen down there, which is awesome. More to come, so if you're out and about and you're in a place that has a lot of screens and ask for YSN 365 TV, all they got to do is hook up to a laptop and run an HDMI cable, and they are ready to go. Gotta love the technology.
We get YSN on every TV in every restaurant in Santa Rosa by what, 2020?
Yeah,
is that the goal?
Like that. Maybe. At least one in every restaurant.
There you go.
How's that? They actually reset the shot clock. They gave him a few more seconds.
It looks like Santa Rosa is going to let this play out, get some subs in there, and they're going to kind of just run this thing down, not going to foul. Shot clock running down here for Piner.
Sadler sticks it as the shot clock expires. That's how you draw it up. Take it down to the wire and hit a 3. Santa Rosa bench has gone quiet. Great battle by Santa Rosa, not only tonight, but last night in particular. I think you mentioned it, how tough would it be to come back emotionally from that win over Cardinal Newman, and I think the Panthers had it for a while, but I think they just kind of ran out of gas.
Yeah, and they're going to learn a lot. They'll watch the tape and kind of see what they did, but you got league play coming up, and I'm sure that's going to be the message after this one is, hey, look, it's a tournament. We played well. We beat Newman. We played tough tonight, and we've got plenty of league play to get after here coming up, and let's try and win a North Bay League title.
And no doubt about it, these teams will meet again in league play. Sadler coming down with a rebound. And you're getting ready. Where are you headed in the spring? You're in the Giants organization now. Going to be doing a little play-by-play. Where are we at? In the Midwest somewhere this year?
I'm heading south. I haven't been there, so I got to knock that off the list. So I'm heading to Augusta, Georgia.
All right.
So going to be
nice.
Single A for the Giants. Bumgardner and Sandoval both play there, so I'm excited.
Congratulations on that. And congratulations to the Piner Prospectors as they win it 60-45, their first Sonoma County Classic championship since 2004. And the celebration begins.
You can tell Coach Erickson really relishing in this moment and knows how much this means to these guys to enjoy this and then get ready, but they're definitely gonna savor this moment here.
And you don't have to be a Prospector fan, you just have to be a basketball fan to appreciate what Coach Erickson has done here over the years and winning this championship and how much that must mean to him with his son, a senior this year. And congratulations to everybody that's involved with this program. That was a great performance and a tremendous win. And it wasn't easy. Santa Rosa had the lead throughout the first half and made the Prospectors battle. But they went flat, and Piner, kind of like you said at one point, was kind of smelling blood a little bit. They took advantage.
Yeah, and Santa Rosa, I think, you know, like we said, 3 games in 3 days, and the style of basketball that they play, it's tough to continue that. For Piner, well, you know, they just got more fundamentally sound than Santa Rosa, in my opinion. I thought they just moved the basketball around, and there was open men on the floor in the first half they weren't able to find. Coach Erickson made the adjustments, and their guys came out and executed in the second half.
And now we're going to have some post-game stuff coming up. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. They're going to give away the trophies, and then we'll have our MVP player of the game coming up in just a moment. Stay with us. 60-45, the final. The Piner Prospectors win it here in 2018.
Committed to rebuilding Sonoma County better than ever. From plan selection to home completion, nothing replaces knowledge and experience. Christofferson Builders, visionaries and industry leaders since 1978.
Tonight's game is presented by Lux Metals Incorporated, providing high-quality commercial and residential metal fabrication since 1971. For custom exterior designs or fabulous interiors, Lux Metals is the perfect choice for your home or business. Lux Metals Incorporated, we make it our business to make it our best.
When you come to Oil Stop, we'll serve you and your passengers with a complimentary beverage. Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, coffee, tea, hot chocolate, hot cider, or even a bottle of cold, refreshing water. Want to check your emails, surf the web, or get some work done when you're in for service? Use our high-speed Wi-Fi. It's free. We'll also provide a free car wash with your oil change so your car looks as good as it runs. How convenient is that? Oil Stop. We're here to serve you.
Are you searching for a great high school experience? Cardinal Newman is the only Catholic college preparatory high school in Santa Rosa. Be a part of a community where you will be known and supported during these key years of growth. Be a part of a fun and positive student body who embraces challenge and responsibility through faith, academics, service, visual and performing arts, and competition. Learn how to apply at cardinalnewman.org.
For over 80 years, George Peterson Insurance has been protecting our community, helping businesses and individuals get the right coverage for their needs. We are proud to expand our presence to Marin County with the Minto and Wilkie and Allen, Bettini and Carter agencies located in San Rafael. We are excited for the opportunity to continue to grow our personal and employer resources and services in the North Bay. We are still committed to this promise to all Northern California.
We've got your back. George Peterson Insurance.
For AAU basketball at its best, it's Express Basketball Club, the place for young players to learn the fundamentals and advanced skills for high school and beyond.
All right, welcome back. Getting ready for the post-game ceremonies, and we've got our player of the game, the tournament MVP, Scotty Erickson, with us. And boy, what a great performance. Tough game tonight. Santa Rosa, you knew it was going to be one of those scrappy, hard-fought battles. Yep. How did you prepare for that mentally?
Coach knew we could handle the pressure. We just wanted to play as a team, move the ball as a team, and break the press as a team, and make the right pass, and we did that tonight. That's how we got the win.
You guys started to get going in the third quarter. They led much of the game, and then you kind of got a momentum flow there. What made the difference for you guys from the first half to the second half?
It felt like in the first half we were missing layups, we were fouling them, so I felt like we outplayed them in the first half, and in the second half our defense started to slow them down. We made some plays.
You had a great game tonight, 22 points, 5 rebounds. But talk about Christian Gutierrez. He had a double-double tonight. What does he mean to your team and to you personally trying to get this championship?
Chris is a 4-year starter. He's been doing this since he's a freshman. Not many people know about him. He's been getting double-doubles all day. He's our leading rebound all year. He's our leading rebounder and helps us win, dude. Helps us win.
And you've been around this program, man, for a long time. Kind of any memories that stick out in your mind being around the Sonoma County Classic and being around this program?
I've watched this tournament for 15 years, and it feels good to finally bring a championship to my dad and get it done.
Yeah, you guys haven't won this since 2004. Yep. Talk a little bit about that. What does it mean to you personally? What does it mean to your dad and to the Pioneer program overall?
Well, personally, it feels great to get a win for my dad. It's been a long time. It feels great for me. I've never played in the championship game before. Didn't get to play last year, and I'm happy we got to bring it home, dude.
All right. Well, congratulations, Scotty. They're giving away some awards. I have a feeling you're going to be involved in a little bit of that. So great job tonight. Congratulations on the championship, and we look forward to seeing you during league play.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Scotty Erickson, the MVP, player of the game. All of that, 22 points and 5 rebounds tonight. And Rylan Cobry, that was fun to watch. That was a good one for him. And you got to feel great for the Erickson family and for Scotty getting that done right there. And he did a nice job on the interview, too.
Yeah, and you know what? He's been around this program for so long. I was curious to see kind of what he would say about that, just being around this Sonoma County Classic and being around his dad. And you know what? You can go through the points, what he did yesterday on the offensive end, but I thought on defense, he was guarding Goodwin all night long. He was physical with him, but he didn't get too physical to pick up those fouls. I mean, I was impressed. Both sides of the floor, passing the basketball. He did so many things well in this tournament, and he definitely deserved it.
So it's on to league play now after the new year, and it's going to be a fun league. The NBL Oak new alignment, although kind of like the old days, getting some teams in there that we used to see match up a lot. And how wide open is this going to be? I mean, you got Pioneer right now that has momentum, but Santa Rosa has proved what they can do. You know Newman's going to come back, bounce back, and be ready to go. Montgomery's a good team. I wouldn't want to bet on anybody right now. I think it's going to be wide open, and I think it's going to be a dogfight.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting about the teams in this league this year is that they all kind of play a little bit different style. I think Santa Rosa and Pioneer are probably the most similar, but Montgomery's kind of different. They got Harvey who can really play. Newman's kind of more physical. They're a football kind of team. So, I mean, it really is wide open. I have no clue who's going to win it, but I'm definitely sure that Pioneer is going to take a lot of this momentum into league play and get ready to kind of make a push. And I think they've got a legitimate shot to win the league this year.
And there you saw Scotty getting his MVP trophy. We've got him in and out of the interview just in time for that, so that was fun. It's been a lot of fun for us covering this Sonoma County Classic for 2018. Rylan, thank you so much for being here, and good luck down in Georgia.
Thanks for having me.
Have fun swatting those mosquitoes down there in the south. Should be a lot of fun. So you can listen to him on the radio, right? We'll be able to get you on the internet.
MILB app and the Major League Baseball app, so it should be fun, yeah.
Right on. All right. Rylan Cobry with us here tonight, and great job by the crew overall. Director Brian Leach, our chief engineer Martin Kornfeld, Dylan Kattengell on audio, Michael Barabalt doing the graphics, our camera operators David Day, Craig Clement, Jeff Woodward, and Brian Flynn. That's going to do it for us here. 2018 is in the books. We look forward to putting some other live action together for you on YSN 365 and YSN 365 TV. We will enjoy seeing league play coming up after the new year. Until then, I'm Dave Cox saying good night from the Pioneer High School Gymnasium, where the Pioneer Prospectors have got it done here in the Sonoma County Classic.
When you come to Oil Stop, we'll serve you and your passengers with a complimentary beverage. Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, coffee, tea, hot chocolate, hot cider, or even a bottle of cold, refreshing water. Want to check your emails, surf the web, or get some work done when you're in for service? Use our high-speed Wi-Fi. It's free. We'll also provide a free car wash with your oil change so your car looks as good as it runs. How convenient is that? Oil Stop. We're here to serve you.